Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Guapish. As always, I'm your host Tanner, and today I am joined by the unknown known Nico.
That's right, folks. If you're looking for a podcast to get all of your thoughts and opinions from, this is the one. We've got all the right takes for you. And if you want to keep maintaining the right takes, all you do is hit that subscribe button right now.
That's right, everyone, and at the very end of this episode, Nico will be giving us the definitive answer on the JQ. Also joining us, the unknown unknown, Jackson.
What's up, guys? I smell like cat vomit today, and I'm ready to kick ass and take names.
And finally joining us, a man who has a weird autogynephilic response to cat vomit, Dylan.
Who, me?
Fantastic. Well, boys, I've brought you here today to play a little Guess Who. That's right, we're doing a board game episode. For the folks at home, we're going to be doing that Guess Who vibes only thing you see all over TikTok and YouTube, where I have our own custom Guess Who board here, and we're going to be, playing Guess Who, but we're not allowed to describe the appearance or actual attributes of the person. We have to do vibes. And you'll all understand what that means in the meantime. For our audio listeners, I'll tell you who all we've got on our Guess Who board here. We have got my cat Sandwich, the two wolves, Jackson's cat Lilac, my little brother Hunter, Markiplier, Joaquin Phoenix, Nico's cat Mochi, our friend Blake, me, Tanichi, Nico, Goku, Jackson's cat Sheeny, Jackson's cat
That's
Nico's
my cat
Yuki. Shut up! I got there.
Valor.
Stolen
Damn.
Valor.
What the
Chris
fuck?
Chan, Jeff Keighley, Quentin Tarantino, Jackson's cat Themis, Dylan, my little brother Kyler, Wendigoon, Joe Rogan, and Shinji Ikari.
What a random spread of characters we have here.
Yeah, what a wacky cast we got here.
Yeah. All friends of the channel, one and all.
Of course,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. Always.
So I think let's kick it off with me and Nico going head to head here. Nico, do you think it'd be better to have one of them assign each of us our person, or choose it for ourselves?
Yeah, let's have them assign who our person is. I guess
Okay.
just also so that we know here. Well, what do you want, like, Jackson and Dylan to be doing while we're doing this, then?
Dude,
we'll be spectating.
they'll I guess banter. They can banter with us. They'll be spectating.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna kick Nico into the other voice chat, and you guys will hand me my person.
Okay.
There he goes. Alright, who do you guys want to give me?
Dude, Jackson, you got this. I believe in you. You know Tanner better than I do.
Let's start off strong. You're doing yourself.
Fantastic. Nico, I have my person. I am now going to go into the other voice chat, and they will assign you your person.
Okay. Alright, guys, who am I getting?
Dude, let's start off strong, and you can get yourself.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Nico, would you like to start?
Yeah, why not? Alright, so is your person kind of a throat goat? Are they a major glizzy guzzler?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you want to... I was thinking you can announce who you're going to be crossing off your board for the audio listeners at home.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna be crossing off. Let's see here. Can I just take the fucking...
You can just draw on that shit,
Yeah, I
dude.
can just draw on it. Why not? Alright, so I'm thinking the wolves do not guzzle the gizzy. Hunter, he's a good Christian boy, definitely not. Markiplier, I doubt it. Joaquin Phoenix, I think I'm gonna keep him on there for now. Mochi, definitely not.
Damn.
Blake could go to either way, but I'm gonna say no. Tanner, obviously. Tanichi, obviously. I could see you saying that I would, but I'm gonna maintain my chastity here and say no. Goku, No.
Really?
Joaquin Phoenix, yes. Jeff Keighley, yeah, he would. Chris Chan, yes. Yuki, like, the women are hard, cause...
Hold on, man, that's a cat.
Because they're cats. That's why they're hard.
Yeah, let's hold on.
We all saw Yuki in Heat. We all saw her in Heat.
I didn't.
We did.
Oh, thank God he crossed off Shimi.
Themis.
For the audience at home, Nico skipped right over Jackson.
Yeah, he skipped right over Jackson.
I can barely brush my fucking tongue in the morning with my toothbrush without gagging.
Hey, hang on. No, you didn't cross me off.
Tyler. Wendigoon, he's a good Christian boy. He wouldn't. Joe
I'm
Rogan.
also a good Christian boy. Fuck you.
Joe Rogan looks like he's guzzling that shit in the GIF that we're looking at.
He is. He'd fucking go for it. For it. Shinji, I don't see Shinji going for that.
Oh, he also didn't cross off Lilac. I just realized that.
Yeah,
She's a
couple
woman.
of these are very different answers than I would have gone for.
Oh, or Sandwich.
It's almost like that's the point of the game. Huh. Okay. Oh, I think you get to make a... Or do you get to make a guess? No, your guess counts as like a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so like whoever can make it in the least, quote unquote questions. All right. I'm going to say, I thought of a good one, I think, while you were doing that. Would your person ever describe a woman as yummy?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh. Okay. Would not describe. They would never describe a woman as yummy. I'm going to say... I'm going to cross off Hunter. I think he might describe a woman as yummy. I'm going to cross off Markiplier.
That's a good call.
I'm going to cross off Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Would Nico ever describe a woman as yummy? I could maybe see you do it ironically, but I feel like that's not... Like, you wouldn't have counted that towards your answer. Tanichi... I don't think Tanichi would describe a woman as yummy.
Huh.
Would I describe a woman as yummy?
You know yourself better than anyone, Tanner.
I think I'm going to cross myself off and say Blake absolutely would describe a woman as yummy. He's getting crossed off. I feel like Mochi is giving me the vibes that he would describe a woman as yummy.
Interesting.
Would Jackson describe a woman as yummy? I'll need to circle back to Jackson. Shimi would not. Yuki would not. Christian probably has.
Christian 100% would. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Jeff. I'll say no to Jeff. Quentin absolutely would.
Oh, God.
Shinji.
That I don't.
I'm a bit 50-50 on Shinji. I'm going to say no. Joe Rogan, no. Wendigoon. Would Wendigoon call a woman yummy? Oh, that's also kind of 50-50. I'm going to make a mark on the ones where I'm kind of unsure on.
That's probably a good idea.
Kyler... Ooh. Themis would call a woman yummy. I'm going to cross him off. I'm going to play it safe and leave Kyler and Dylan up.
Interesting. We're learning
Nico,
things
we're back
about
to you.
how we perceive each other.
All right, perfect. Let's see here. Do you think that your person would be a groomer if they had the ability to do so?
Oh, no.
Would be a groomer if they had the ability to do so.
If they had the access to groom somebody.
I'm gonna say no.
No? Okay. They would not groom somebody.
I'm so deathly curious.
That's so fucked up if you're about to cross my cat off. What about Sandwich gives you groomer vibes though?
She's an older woman. Did you see the way that she was constantly playing around with Mochi?
He's got a point, but they are
that's
animals.
an interesting rationale.
Yeah. Lilac, definitely not.
Okay, interesting.
She's also an older woman.
Yeah,
Just to be clear, I mean this person would not groom someone, right? That's how you took it? Okay.
Tanner.
Why'd you skip over Joaquin Phoenix? I feel like he has groomed people.
Has he?
Hasn't he? Doesn't he have like a weird cult?
Does he?
Like out in the middle of the desert?
Are you thinking of fucking the Flash
No,
guy?
I'm thinking of Jared Leto.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
am
Jared
I?
Leto definitely did.
I,
The Flash actor also did.
I do find that interesting. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix gives off massive groomer vibes, but what do I know?
not Joaquin Phoenix, apparently.
That's brutal, dude.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't
For
know
the
what
audience
to say.
at home, he just crossed me off.
Yikes.
For the audience at home, I'd like to point out I have had access to the tools necessary to groom and have never engaged in it, so...
What the fuck?
Haven't you literally fucked a chick that's below 18?
Well,
Dude, that wasn't grooming, though. And it wasn't my fault. I was fooled.
hold on a second. Hold
What
on
do
a
you
second.
mean?
We're incriminating here. Let's move on.
Nah, we're past the statute of limitations.
Oh, okay, of course.
No, Joe Rogan. Yeah, Dylan's
Right.
also fine, I think.
Is that good? I think that's good, right?
Yeah, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
it's,
Okay.
it's good to not be crossed off here, I guess.
That's good. That's good. Jackson's also not crossed off. Curious.
Curious.
You think Jackson's a groomer?
Look at that face he's making, dude.
Huh. That is true.
He's not defending himself. He's guilty of something.
Huh? I'm guilty of being a throat goat, maybe.
You got me, man. You got me. Apparently me too, so whatever.
Alright, I think that's everyone.
I can
Okay. Ooh.
eat. Nico has
Okay, I
so
think
many
this
more
is...
calls
I think this is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Has this would this person ever throw a decent-sized rock at someone in anger?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Sandwich would throw a rock. The wolves, one of the wolves... See, the problem with the wolves is...
Is it could be
You
any
know,
one of us four.
they kind of, by
Juxtaposed
definition, would do
forces.
anything.
You did this to yourself.
Lilac would not throw a rock. Tanichi would throw a rock. Nico would not throw a rock. Goku would throw a rock.
Oh yeah.
Would Jackson ever throw a rock at someone in anger? I'm gonna say no. Shimi would throw a rock. Yuki would not throw a rock.
She's too
Jeff
cute.
Keighley would not throw a rock. Wait, if they wouldn't throw it... Wait, you said no?
Yeah, I said they would not throw a rock.
Okay.
So you're
You
doing this
would-
backwards, it looks like.
I did it backwards for just a couple of them, accidentally.
Okay.
They would not throw a rock. So I need to... Or I did it backwards for quite a few of them, even.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ah, fuck.
Well,
So, Nico would not throw a rock, so I leave him up. Tanichi
Yes.
would throw a rock, so I cross him off.
that sounds right.
Goku would throw a rock, so I cross him off. Sandwich would throw a rock. I did... Okay, you're right. I did it backwards the entire time. What a travesty.
I'm glad we caught
No, I'm
on
gonna
to
say
this.
the wolves would throw a rock.
Okay, there you go.
That's probably fair.
Would Jeff Keighley throw a rock at someone? He does have kind of a darkness behind his eyes.
Oh man.
Shinji would absolutely throw a rock. Joe Rogan would absolutely throw a rock. Wendigoon would not. Kyler definitely would. I'm gonna say Dylan no.
Let's go.
Jeff
I love
Keighley
rocks.
is kind of a maybe for me. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Perfect.
So I still have Lilac, Nico, Jackson, Shimi, Yuki, Jeff Keighley, Dylan, and Wendigoon that
Love to
I
see
am
it.
suspicious of.
You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm thinking for mine, let's say... does this person, like, crank it on the daily?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes? Okay. So if you're saying yes, Sandwich definitely doesn't. Oh my god! I'm getting flashbanged right now. I'm getting reconnected here.
Oh no.
Very
Alright,
funny.
there we go. Yeah, so Sandwich, definitely not. Lilac, for sure not. Joaquin Phoenix absolutely does. Tanichi, faux show. Jackson, absolutely. Yuki, not a chance.
Never.
Jeff might. Jeff and Joe, they definitely do, I'd say. Your perception of Dylan is the tricky part here.
I am an enigma.
Because Dylan, you know, he fucking, like... He poses himself as someone who wouldn't do that. But deep down, I think we all know he's He's beating that shit constantly. He
But,
cannot help himself.
How well do you know me, though? After these
How well does... Well, the question is, how well does
years?
Tanner know you?
Not at all. He wishes he knew me as well as you knew me.
I'd say that Tanner's perception of you is that you wouldn't. So yeah, let's do that. There we go.
Interesting. Okay. For the listening audience, Nico now has Tanichi, Jackson, Jeff Keighley, and Joe Rogan, and Joaquin Phoenix left.
Yeah, as opposed to Flying Phoenix.
Okay. Nico.
Uh-huh.
Does this person fear God?
Fear God. Yes.
Okay. Lilac definitely fears God. Nico, I would say, fears God. Jackson does not fear God. Shimi does not fear God.
True.
Wendigoon. Does Wendigoon fear God?
Okay, you skipped over Jeff.
That's so tricky. Jeff Keighley definitely does not fear God. Dylan, I'm gonna say for Yuki. I'm gonna say Yuki does not fear God.
Okay.
Dylan and Wendigoon are tough because, there's both, sort of the biblical sense of fear God and then like the literal expression of fear.
Yeah.
And I was sort of intending the question to be the literal expression of fear, which I don't get that sense from either of them.
Good. I think.
No, you're supposed to fear God.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna cross off Dylan and leave Wendigoon for now.
Interesting.
So I am down to Wendigoon, Nico, and Lilac.
Hot damn.
Hell yeah.
All right, I think I'm going to just go ahead and throw a Hail Mary here. I'm guessing Joe Rogan.
Incorrect.
Damn, bummer.
Don't
Okay.
forget to cross him off, Nico. Don't forget to cross him
Go
off.
cross 'em
That's
off.
true, that's true. Let's get Joe out.
Okay. I'm not gonna throw a Hail Mary since I went second, so I can probably afford to knock one more person off. Man, this is a tricky one. Do you think this person thinks scooters are cooler than skateboards?
No, I wouldn't say so.
They
That's a
don't
great
think
question.
scooters? Okay. I'm gonna cross out Wendigoon and Lilac.
Okay.
Curious.
He's a
I'll have
single
to-
glaring option for you.
Yep, that's for my next one.
Alrighty, I guess for my ultimate Hail Mary pick here, I'm gonna guess Tanner. Is it you?
Dude, that's correct.
Holy
You fucking
shit.
had him crossed off too.
Holy
what the
shit.
fuck?
Tanner
You son
claimed
of a
that he
bitch.
wasn't a glizzy guzzler. You fucking liar. You stupid piece
No.
of shit.
I said I was, actually.
Oh, okay. What did you lie about
You
then?
crossed me off on the groomer question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Little
liar.
fucktard. Were you Nico?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? I've grown up in the age of the internet. If I wanted to groom someone, I absolutely could have.
I don't know. This is.
I just
Never
don't.
mind.
I just don't believe that, dude. I just
If
don't
you lived
believe
near an
it.
do
elementary
you
school,
mean?
it would have happened. Let's be real.
Like, you think I
Oh,
secretly
no.
have groomed someone? Is that what you're throwing out here?
No, I'm just saying that you just haven't given it enough consideration.
So you think I might groom someone in the future? Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I worry.
Jesus. Well, fantastic. It sounds like we tied, so.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Good on ya, I suppose.
Aye. The boards are restarted. We're now going to be doing Jackson versus Dylan. Let's assign Jackson as person first. Bye, Dylan.
But
All right, so I'm thinking Quentin Tarantino for Jackson.
Sure. That's going to be fucking impossible for him to guess, but yeah, let's give Jackson a massively unfair advantage.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
fair enough, I guess. Let's say, let's go with Yuki then.
I do like Quentin Tarantino. I think that's the funniest option here.
Like you said, Dylan's gonna be fucked though. He's gonna be like, God,
How about,
how was I ever supposed to get that?
How about Markiplier then?
Yeah, sure, let's go with Markiplier.
Alright, Jackson, your person is Markiplier.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, let's get Jackson out of here.
I have returned.
Now for Dylan, I was thinking assigning him Chris Chan.
Aw. I don't like that at all.
Christian's kind of funny.
Okay.
I was thinking either him or Tanichi.
You guys fucking hate me, apparently.
I like Chris Chan a bit better.
All right, we can go with Chris Chan.
I don't know anything.
Fantastic.
I guess I don't have to. Never mind.
Well, it's vibes, you know?
Yeah,
You're gonna
that's
have
true.
to go
My
off
perception
of
of-
what limited information you've absorbed over time and that picture of him, I guess.
This
That's
round is going to be
true.
so much harder for them than the last one was.
Well, to be fair, they fucking pussed out and gave us ourselves.
True.
No, I just thought it'd be funny.
Hi, I'm Dragon Jackson back in.
Welcome
Alrighty. I have given you guys your friggin' whatchamacallits, your peoples.
My peeps.
Who wants to go first?
Dude, Jackson, you got this.
Sure. Is your person a massive gooner?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't think Sandwich is a gooner.
That's good.
One of the wolves probably is. Lilac definitely not. I would assume Hunter isn't because he's a married man with a child. Could be wrong. Markiplier probably isn't. Is Joaquin Phoenix a massive gooner?
I feel like we've discovered I have just a massively different perception of Joaquin Phoenix than you guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
You read too much.
He's certainly not some like Keanu Reeves figure for me, like the way Reddit looks at him. But like he's in a similar wavelength.
Interesting. I see Joaquin Phoenix as kind of like an evil figure, to be honest.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's just the Joker. He's just literally
He
the
is the
Joker,
Joker.
too.
Yeah. I do perceive him as like kind of a nefarious individual.
I need to look into him more. I definitely have a very different perception than you. Maybe you're onto something.
To be fair, I do think I've probably been consistently confusing his exploits with Jared Leto's.
Yeah.
That's probably fair.
I'm immediately getting fucking sidetracked. So yeah, Hunter isn't a massive gooner, probably. Oh wait, what'd you say? You said they are a
He
massive
said
gooner?
probably, yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Markiplier is not a massive gooner. I'm gonna say Joaquin Phoenix is probably not a massive gooner. Goku definitely isn't a massive gooner.
True.
Nico is, Shinichi is, Tanner is. Is Blake a massive gooner, or would Dylan think Blake is a massive gooner?
Like, honestly,
It's
I'm not even
impossible to
sure of my
say.
own perception of Blake.
The same, dude. He's a fucking enigma for me as well with this. Like, I know he does it, but I don't know if he's like a massive gooner. I'm gonna assume he's probably not.
I imagine every time Blake like unzips his pants and looks down there, he just goes, "Whoa, that thing's crazy."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no. Mochi.
Mochi.
Is
He looks so
Mochi
cute and
a
innocent in
gooner?
that image.
He does.
We
but
all
he's
do at one
nefarious.
point.
I'm gonna assume that Mochi is a massive gooner if he could be. If he didn't have his balls. I'm gonna assume all the male cats are probably. They're cats. Me definitely. Shimi is not a massive gooner.
That's good.
Yuki once was, but Dylan doesn't know that, so I'm crossing it
Yeah.
off. Christian definitely is. Jeff Keighley probably is. Quentin Tarantino definitely is. Shinji Ikari, absolutely. We saw what he did. Joe Rogan. Is Joe Rogan a massive gooner? I could see it. I don't really know a ton about it, but I could kind of fucking see it.
That's what he's doing in the sauna every day.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume that Dylan would not assume that Joe Rogan is a massive gooner. Wendigoon is probably not a massive gooner. I'd be shocked by that. Kyler is definitely a massive gooner. Is Dylan? Does Dylan think of himself as a massive gooner? I'm gonna say no, probably, and end my turn.
I end my
Nice.
turn. I thought of a funny one. I don't think it would help me at all, but I think it'd be fun. No, I don't want to ask that one. Would
I literally already forgot who my fucking character is. You guys gave me two options. It was the first one, yes, or did we go with someone else? I'm immediately already forgetting. Somebody DM me.
I'll
I
DM
don't
it
know
to
how
you,
I already
yeah.
fucking forgot.
Yeah.
Would your person become a vampire if they had the chance?
Would they become a vampire if they had the chance? I would say no. They probably wouldn't.
Okay.
That's a
Let's
good
see
one.
here.
I like that question, Dylan.
I like it too. Let's see. Sandwich. Would Sandwich become a vampire? You said no, they wouldn't.
They would not become a vampire.
I feel like Sandwich wouldn't be a vampire. No, I feel like Sandwich would be a vampire. The wolves, I feel like one of us would have to. Lilac, no, she wouldn't become a vampire.
I think you're going backwards. If they would become a vampire, you want to cross them out.
Oh.
Because Jackson
Fair.
said they would not. Yeah.
Kyler or Hunter, nah, he wouldn't. Mark Blair, he definitely would become a vampire. Joaquin Phoenix would become a vampire. Goku wouldn't become a vampire. Nico, I feel like Nico would become a vampire. Tanichi would.
Probably.
Tanner, though, he probably thinks vampires are gay, so he wouldn't want to become a vampire. I think Blake would become a vampire because he'd like the vibe of it, you know? Mochi, he'd definitely become a vampire. Jackson, he wouldn't want to become a vampire.
He basically is one already.
Yeah. Shimi, she's too cute to be a vampire. Yuki, she would become a vampire and she'd use her adorable looks to do it. To, like, lure her prey.
I think you got backwards for Yuki and Jackson. You said they would, which means you... Wait, Jackson said they wouldn't?
Yeah. Never mind. I would leave Yuki. Shimi
I think you
wouldn't.
fucked up somewhere here, but I'm not sure.
I cross them out if they wouldn't. Chris Chan
No,
would
you
be a
cross them
vampire.
out if they would.
Hold on a second.
Take a moment to ponder.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I cross them out if they would. This is bad.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Nika would, Tanichi would, Tanner would. Okay, I've got it now. Jackson wouldn't. Shimi wouldn't. Yuki would. Christian probably would. Jeff Keighley, I think he already is. Quentin Tarantino looks like he already is. Shinji hates the idea of existing, so he wouldn't.
Kind of a base to take there. I like that one.
Joe Rogan, I think being a vampire is non-patriotic, so I don't think Joe Rogan would become a vampire.
Interesting.
Wendigoon, he's like Christian or whatever from what you guys are telling me, so he probably wouldn't. Kyler, I could very much see being a vampire. Just add it to his repertoire, you know? Does Jackson think I'd want to be a vampire? Probably not. Or I leave myself uncrossed then. Would Themis become a vampire? No, he wouldn't want that. Alright.
Interesting.
Go
Lots of
ahead,
good data
Jackson.
here.
Yeah.
I genuinely, that's a good question. I like that one. For me, I will say, it depends on the nature of the vampire and really how connected they are to, like, hell, I guess. Because I do really like the idea of living forever.
Not Twilight vampires, that's all you gotta know.
You burn the
Maybe
sun,
like
you eat
Nosferatu. Maybe like Nosferatu
Oh,
vampires.
fuck. Yeah, I can't do that then.
people. Alright, would your person sign up for a triathlon?
No, I don't think so.
They would not sign up for a triathlon. Okay.
I like that question too. You guys are way better at this than us.
I'm so inquisitive.
I think Jeff Keighley would sign up for a triathlon.
I'd agree with you there.
Probably.
I definitely would sign up for a triathlon.
You fucking crazy person.
I think it sounds kind of fun. I think Mochi, if he was a human, would sign up for a triathlon. Well,
Probably true.
yeah, I think he would. I don't think Themis would. He's too slovenly. Tinichi definitely wouldn't. I don't think Tanner would. I could maybe see Nico. I would highly doubt it, but there's a hint of it there. I don't think Quentin Tarantino would sign up for a triathlon. I could maybe see the Wolves. I'm crossing out the Wolves. Which would leave me with Shinji, Quentin, Nico, Tanichi, Tanner, Themis, and Kyler.
Perfect.
Go for it.
So have a lot of names on your board, man.
Mm-hmm.
We both do, so I'm not feeling
I was gonna say
pressure.
I do too.
I mean, you're going second though, so
That is true. Would your person be good at giving 1,000-yard stare?
Would my person be good at giving 1,000-yard stare? Yes. An
Okay.
unsure yes.
An unsure yes. Let's see. Sandwich. I don't think Sandwich would be good at it. So I'm gonna cross her off. Lilac 1,000% is very good at the 1,000-yard stare.
That's a great question too, dude. I love that one.
Hunter, I feel like there's not enough pestilence in his soul to give a good 1,000-yard stare, so I'm gonna say no. Goku, pushed to a certain limit, Goku would definitely do it. Tanner, yes, there's enough anger in your existence to do that. Mochi, It's not that there's nothing going on behind his eyes. I just don't know what's going on behind his eyes, and it's not the 1,000-yard stare.
Dude, you're insane. That's like his main
He is the
thing.
1,000-yard stare cat.
Well, I mean,
what he
hey,
was
if you
known
guys
for.
say so, I'll take that hint. Let's see. Jackson. I feel like Jackson has bad eyesight. Shimi's too cute to give a 1,000-yard stare. Christian isn't threatening enough to have a 1,000-yard stare. Jeff Keighley, probably. He looks fucking dead in those eyes. That, Quentin Tarantino too. That, Jesus. Joe Rogan, for sure, 1,000-yard stare. Wendigoon, he's too nice. Probably. I don't know anything about Wendigoon. Does Jackson think I have a good 1,000-yard? Does he think I maybe have a good 1,000-yard stare? It's so hard to think of this without my interpretations. I'm gonna say, since it's a maybe, I'll leave me. Themis? No, I don't think Themis has a good 1,000-yard stare. So all I have left now is Lilac, Mochi, Tanner, Goku, Jeff Keighley, Quentin Tarantino, Joe Rogan, and me. Go for it, Jackson.
He's kicking your ass, Jackson. You need a
Is your
crazy
person-
pick here.
Is your person the type to spend $30 on themselves going to a fast food restaurant?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so not Nico. I'm going to say probably not Quentin Tarantino. Definitely not Shinji.
You know Themis's ass would if he had the money.
I know. That's why I'm not crossing him off. Yeah, Christian definitely would. Yeah, so I'm left with Tanner, Tinchi, Christian, Themis. I have to and Kyler. I need to find some way of breaking those guys up.
Okay.
They're all so similar. How can you possibly do that?
I was really hoping I'd be narrowing this down more, but the questions are going the opposite of the anticipated answer I was looking for.
Would your person exploit you for food?
No.
No. Okay. Lilac exploits you for food, so if you said no, I think I cross her out. Right? Am I thinking that correctly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're crossing out people that would exploit me for food.
Goku would definitely exploit you for food, 100%. Tanner, do I think Tanner would exploit you for food? Probably not. Mochi, 100%. Mochi's a little demon. Jeff Keighley, do I think Jeff Keighley would exploit you for food? Yes. Quentin Tarantino, I don't think so. Joe Rogan, he's got values. I don't think Joe Rogan's that kind of guy. Would I exploit you for food? I don't think so. I hope you wouldn't think I'd exploit you.
I think you got it backwards again for those last couple of ones. You're crossing off people who would exploit you for food.
Oh yeah.
By the way, flashback to Tanner just consuming all the food in the house. Oh my god, he just kept eating it all.
Jeff Keighley would. Quentin Tarantino wouldn't. Joe Rogan wouldn't. I wouldn't. Okay. I think we're square now. That works for me, I think. We're really getting this backwards.
I've truly just been pondering how I can break up these 5 enigmatic individuals here into one concise question.
Of course.
Does this person refer to Kool-Aid by its color and not its flavor?
That's a good question, actually.
Does my person dip in the chocolate?
For my sake, does it have a definition that I'm not aware of, just for the sanctity of this this game?
Date black chicks.
Do I think this person would? Oh, that's so tough. Yeah, I guess they could.
They could dip in the chocolate. Okay. So yeah, I'm probably knocking off Chris Chan. Well, I think this is maybe a bad question. I know Kyler definitely would not dip in the chocolate.
Tanner wouldn't.
Tanner definitely would dip in the chocolate. He currently is. Tanichi definitely would, obviously.
Obviously, okay.
Would Themis dip in the chocolate?
Would he?
It's
so
hard to really to conceptualize if my cat would fuck a black chick or not if he had the power.
You know, Jackson, I mean, if he hesitated on the answer, doesn't that mean you could kind of actually knock me off?
I feel like that would just be like blatant misdirection.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, you think he might have thrown you off, yeah?
I wouldn't do that intentionally. I'm trying to play fair and square here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I'm gonna
what I'm
leave-
saying. Like, if I'm his person, he'd say an enthusiastic yes. He would.
That is I'm just keeping that in the back of my mind here.
Consider that we
okay.
also
I
know
don't know.
Dylan does not pay attention. It's entirely possible he forgot that your fiance is black.
That's
What?
so true.
Well, okay, hold on now. Let's not go that far.
Anyways, go for it, Dylan.
My name is being actively slandered in my face. Who do I have left? I have Tanner, me, Joe Rogan, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm excited for both of us to have each other's crossed off at some point.
Do you
when
think
we're doing this? That's
that
gonna be
your
badass.
person would
Yeah.
identify as the American flag if it didn't, well, yeah, I guess, would your person identify with an American flag?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying that these people aren't that way,
But
but I'm doing this strategically. Well, actually, I'll just cross off Quentin
You
Tarantino.
crossed off the obvious one.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have asked a better question. I got nothing else.
Is your person famous?
No. Is your person Joe Rogan?
No.
Fuck.
It's between Tanner and Tanichi. Or I've already crossed them off.
It's impossible to say.
Okay, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna implement a 3-strike rule on guessing the actual person.
Sounds good.
We're fucked. We're both fucked, Dylan.
I mean, not necessarily,
Is
I
your
have to-
person Tanichi?
No.
Fuck. It's over.
Is your person me?
No.
Fuck. Alright, well, maybe we are fucked. We asked the wrong questions. Or we thought we perceived the people wrong.
Well, I
Why
guess
am I
I'm
the
down
last
to one
person
option.
left on both of yours? What's going on here?
You've checked all the boxes, Tanner.
Is your person Tanner?
No.
Rats.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm not gonna guess it's Tanner because I don't think that's logical. Dude, I'm just gonna fucking use my strike 3 actually. Is your person Sandwich?
No.
Fuck. Damn it.
Womp womp womp.
Tie game.
We got another tie
Jackson,
game.
who was your person?
Mine was Markiplier.
Fuck.
You crossed him out on the vampire question, I think.
Yeah.
I may or may not have done that the right way. I don't remember now.
It's impossible to say.
I don't think he would become a vampire. You said that you think he would, but maybe you crossed him out.
I think one of us knows him a little better than the other, wouldn't you
I
say?
mean, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that's why they made me pick him.
And Dylan, who was your person?
I got fucking Chris Chan. You crossed him off on the was it the dating black chicks thing? I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what it was.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
Dylan, you were unaware Chris Chan is racist and has said he would not date a black woman.
God damn it. This fucking game, man.
I was thinking about keeping that open because of that knowledge, but also just because like he seems really desperate to date literally anybody.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
That's fair.
He
But
seems
alas.
like he'd be the kind of person to be an inclusive dater, you know?
I was behind. I had to do what I could.
Is Chris Chan still racist now that he's a massive lib?
I don't know, potentially not. That was many years ago. Perhaps Chris Chan has turned a new leaf since then.
Maybe Chris Chan has improved.
I refuse to believe that.
Let's do, how are we doing on time, actually?
We're at an
Holy
hour.
cow.
So we've been at this for probably 45 minutes.
Let's go ahead and do me versus Dylan.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yippee.
Bye, Dylan.
But
Give me something good here.
Who should he pick, Jackson? Who should he pick?
The wolves.
Oh, fuck.
Sure.
Okay. Tanner will be playing the Wolves.
I've returned.
All right, Dylan, for you,
What kind of bullshit are you kidding me this time?
I'm thinking, let's set you up with, let's give you Jackson. Why not? Let's give you Jackson.
Whoa, I know this guy so well.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good one.
I agree.
Yeah.
You would.
Holy
What
cow.
up, Tanner? Welcome back.
What's up? Dylan,
Yeah.
how about you go ahead and go first?
Dude, I'd love to go first. Would this person Would this person ask what the dog doing?
I'm gonna say yes.
Alright, let's cross out all the people who don't want to know what the dog doing. Sandwich don't want to know what the dog doing. Well, actually, now that you have a dog, I probably can't say that anymore. Lilac don't care about no dog.
Lilac don't give a fuck.
Hunter would ask what the dog doing. Markiplier has dogs, but he wouldn't ask what the dog doing. Joaquin Phoenix doesn't care about dogs. Goku doesn't care about anything but training, so he wouldn't ask about what the dog doing. Nico is a memester, he would ask what the dog doing. Tanichi's black, he would ask what the dog doing. Tanner always asks what the dog doing. Blake is not up to current, so I don't think he'd ask what the dog doing. Mochi is a product of Nico, so I can't cross out Mochi. Jackson doesn't...
It's funny you say that about Blake, like this is a modern phrase.
Listen, man. Jackson wouldn't ask what the dog doing because he has too many cats. Shimi wouldn't ask what the dog... Well... Nah, Shimi wouldn't. I imagine she's like the cat from Homeward Bound. Yuki is also a product of Nico. Chris Chan would ask what the dog doing because he's cringe. Jeff Keighley only cares about games, so he doesn't care what the dog doing. Quentin Tarantino is not a memester, I don't think. He doesn't give that vibe. Shinji would probably ask what the dog doing. Joe Rogan talks about enough things to know what the dog doing. Wendigoon, probably not. Kyler would ask what the dog doing. I am cringe as fuck, so I would ask what the dog doing. And even though Themis is a product of Jackson, I still think he'd ask what the dog doing.
He does have a very what the dog doing looking face there.
True.
Dylan.
Yes.
Did your person have an edgelord phase?
No.
Ooh, not the answer I was expecting. Okay. They never had an edgelord phase. I'm gonna say Sandwich did have an edgelord phase. The Wolves absolutely did. Ooh, I'm kind of 50-50 on Lilac. Hunter never had an edgelord phase. Markiplier, I'm gonna say no. Joaquin Phoenix had an edgelord phase. Goku, no. Nico seems like someone who would have an edgelord phase.
He's still in it, in fact.
So
Tanichi
true.
had an edgelord phase. I believe you believe that I had an edgelord phase, and also I did. Blake did not have an edgelord phase. Mochi, if he were human, would have had an edgelord phase. Jackson absolutely did. I'm gonna cross out Shimi. Yuki definitely didn't. Chris Chan. Oh boy. I'm gonna say you would have said Chris Chan did have an edgelord phase. Jeff Keighley definitely did. Quentin Tarantino is the king of the edgelords. Shinji would have had an edgelord phase. I'm gonna say Joe Rogan, no. Wendigo, no. Kyler, yes. Dylan, no. And Themis. I'm gonna say Themis, no. I feel pretty good about that elimination round there.
Okay. I've got a funny one. Would your person be sitting at home when their significant other walks through the door and ask them what they're making for dinner?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so they wouldn't do that. Sandwich definitely would. She just likes being lazy and eating food. Do I think any of us would do that? Yes. Hunter wouldn't. He's a good Christian boy. He'd have that dinner ready by the time his wife got home. Would Tanichi do that? Yes.
I guess let me ask, was the nature of the question whether or not you would already have dinner?
No, the question is like, you know, your significant other walks through the door after working and you've been home all day, you ask them what they're making for dinner.
Oh!
Do I need to...
So would this person ask their spouse or whatever who just got home if that person is making something for dinner?
Yeah.
Understood. I'm gonna change my answer to yes then.
Okay, I gotta go back.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you were trying to say with that one.
Okay, so now I have to do the opposite. So Hunter wouldn't... I keep doing that. Hunter wouldn't do that. Tanner wouldn't do that. Mochi would. Yuki wouldn't. Chris Chan, he's too dependent. Shinji would. Joe Rogan wouldn't. Kyler would. Would I do that? No, probably not. Would Themis do that? Probably. And that leaves me
Do you
with...
think Joe Rogan has a personal chef?
He most certainly has to.
I feel like everybody past a certain bracket has a personal chef.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say. So that leaves me with Sandwich, the Wolves, Nico, Tanichi, Mochi, Chris-chan, Shinji Ikari, Kyler, and Themis.
Ooh, I got a good one, I think. Would this person, if they got cut off in traffic, chase after that car in order to scream at them?
No.
Ooh, okay. Lilac definitely would not do that. Or wait, that means I need a lever.
Mm-hmm.
So who would chase after a car to scream at them? Goku would.
Goku would fucking
Jeff
blow it to
Keighley-
smithereens.
yeah, exactly.
Jeff Keighley probably would. Joe Rogan might. Dylan, I don't think Dylan would chase after a car. I don't think Themis or Yuki would. Blake definitely wouldn't. Lilac wouldn't. Hunter, I don't think would. I don't think Markiplier would. Damn, I was hoping for the other question because that would have eliminated a lot of people. But fair enough.
All right. Let me look at who I've got here. Oh, man. It's so hard to think of a question that involves the people left that would... Would this person say the N-word if they got the pass?
Yes.
What a good question.
Okay. Sandwich would. The Wolves would, for sure. Would Mochi? No. I don't think Mochi would. Tanichi doesn't need it. Would Nico do it? He says he would, but I think he lies, so I'm not going to.
When have I said I would?
I don't know.
Literally heard you say it before, dog.
That's true.
Christian 1000% would. Shinji would. Kyler would. Would Themis? Yeah, I think Themis would too. That didn't eliminate nearly as many as I thought it would. Fuck.
A lot of racists on this board.
Yeesh.
Ugh. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, what do I want to do here? Do you think this person either is or did really looking forward to their 10-year high school reunion because they want to rub people's face in how well off they are or how good they're doing? We'll see.
Okay, so let me try to. So you say this person looks forward to the 10-year reunion so they can rub in other people's faces how well they're doing?
Yes.
No, they would not do that.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna cross off Markiplier. I'm gonna cross off Wendigoon. I'm gonna cross off Blake. I'm gonna cross off Yuki. I think you probably have a pretty positive view of my brother.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm gonna leave him. Lilac and Themis. I'm gonna cross off Themis just to like lower my numbers.
Oh, there we go.
So I am now down to Hunter, Lilac, and Dylan.
Oh boy. Would your person claim to have had a rough childhood growing up?
Ooh. Would my person claim to have had a rough childhood?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go yes.
Okay, so that's Shinji, probably Christian, probably Tanichi.
That's
Not
a good question,
the
though. I like
Wolves.
that one.
Sandwich definitely did. Themis for sure did not. This guy was pampered to fucking hell and back. God damn.
That's the truth.
So that leaves me with Sandwich, Tanichi, Chris-chan. Oh, wait. Kyler. Well, I don't ever hear Tanner complaining, so I don't think Kyler would either. That's probably a bad call, but I want to eliminate people too. That leaves me with Sandwich, Tanichi, Chris-chan, and Shinji. And that's it for me.
Aye. Okay, so I need to separate Lilac, Hunter, and Dylan somehow. Or do I want to throw out a guess? I think I want to eliminate at least one more. Do you think, as a young child, this person ever said, "I'm going to run off and join the circus"?
No.
Okay, I'm going to eliminate Hunter. Do I want to... Would Dylan have ever said, "I'm going to run off and join the circus"? You know what? I'm gonna put a small X on Dylan.
Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Would your person identify as black if they could, if they aren't physically?
No.
Okay, Shinji definitely would. Tenichi doesn't have a choice. Chris Chan's a racist, and Samich...
Samich is the blackest cat I've ever met.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Alright, so that leaves me with Samich and Chris Chan. I've got some, I don't know about easy pickers. I could have eliminated it already, I don't know. But
okay.
I guess...
Was your person Lilac?
No.
Damn it.
Was yours Samich?
No.
Fuck! I don't think you guys would have done Chris Chan again. I think I'm fucked.
Okay, I'm gonna do my second one I was considering. Are you Dylan?
No.
Fuck. Well, I'm lost.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what question it was that you crossed mine off on. Okay, is yours Chris Chan?
No.
Fucking damn it, man.
Alright, so I have one more guess. Here's the problem. I don't remember any of the questions I asked or when they got assigned to anything. The most recent question was, did they say they were going to run off to the circus, and you said no. So who here would not run off to the circus? I asked that. I also asked, I just genuinely don't remember any fucking questions I got. I guess I'll just go for another question. Would your person, if your person was given the opportunity to go to Mars, but they had to, stay there and eventually die on Mars, would they do it?
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna say no.
Okay, they would not die on Mars.
No, they
I will
wouldn't.
keep that in mind.
I guess I'll try and ask another clarifying question. I don't know if I can ask this question and have it be a vibe thing. That probably... No, how many people would that even apply to? Probably, literally none of them. Never mind, I'm not gonna ask that question. Oh, man, what's, a good clarifying question? Would this person look good bald?
No.
Okay. I don't think that helped at all. Fuck.
There's just nothing for me to do. I'm just gonna throw out the last person I eliminated. Is your person Hunter?
It's not Hunter.
God damn it. Well.
Okay. It wouldn't look good bald. Is your person Blake?
No.
Fuck.
Aye. My person was the Wolves.
Oh god damn it! That's so fucked up. Why
Which
is
you
that?
eliminated on the rough childhood. I think they definitely would say they had a rough childhood.
That depends on who you ask.
I think a big part of the problem is you're conceiving as the Wolves as being representative of us four.
Yeah.
All three of us are perceiving the Wolves as being some sort of ethereal third party unrelated to us.
I'm sorry, man. Whenever we talk about the Wolves, it's usually in regards to the four of us. Yeah, my character was Jackson, and which one did you cross him off on?
Question one. If
It
he
was
had
the edgelord question.
Yeah.
the edgelord.
You said that you said they were not an edgelord at some point, and I definitely was. I had probably
what
the
the
biggest
fuck are you
edgelord
talking
face
about?
of all of
Yeah.
us.
I mean, that had to have been before I met you then.
Deeply misled there. Holy hell.
But
I know
did
this
that
guy
happen?
so well. Immediately punts it.
But dude, if he had the edgelord phase before I met him, how is that fair to me?
Presumably it's information he's talked about before, so he definitely
I'm not gonna
has.
ask somebody if they've ever been a fucking edgelord. What the hell kind of question is that?
It's not gonna
I'm
be.
not it's like I'm going out of my way to say it. It certainly comes up in context.
Yeah.
I don't remember this ever coming up ever.
Regardless, it's fine. I frankly think it's shocking we got actual winners the first round. I feel like
Apparently, it's shocking.
Well,
yeah.
not only is this game difficult, but when you just throw out it's a vibe thing instead of physical attributes, it makes it that much more. So
of course.
I guess I would agree with the whole. It's just it also doesn't help that we literally just gave them themselves, but can't know yourself better than you.
What
I
happened?
guess.
Yeah, we'll do one more round for Jackson versus Nico.
Holy
Let's
smokes.
fucking go. Let's fucking go.
We'll give Nico his first. Bye, Jackson.
Okay, bye.
Nico, let's have you do ooh.
Dude, we could give him Goku. We haven't done a fictional character. Well, we don't have like any fictional characters.
Well,
Goku's
I did the
only
wolves.
Okay, fine, fair enough. I don't know. I just think Goku would be funny.
I'm kind of thinking of giving Nico Kyler.
Kyler was not one of my options, but I'm fine with Kyler.
Nico, you're gonna be Kyler.
Okay.
Woohoo! Bye-bye. Oh, he's not left yet. There he goes.
Now he's left. Jackson.
What's up?
Dude.
Let's
give him Goku.
I kind of want to give him Jeff Keighley, to be honest.
Oh, okay. That's a fun one.
There we go. Jackson, you're gonna be Jeff Keighley.
Okay.
This is gonna be
Locked
great.
in.
Here we go. This should be a good round.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Why not?
I'm assuming you said Jackson can go first.
I was talking over you. I didn't hear what you actually said. Am I going first?
Sure, you can go first.
Does your person consider themselves cute? Like they think they're cute?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So I'm crossing up people that do consider themselves cute. I think Sandwich probably thinks she's cute.
No, it's the opposite. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
You confused you like my brain fucking shut down there when you said that. One of the wolves probably thinks they're cute.
True.
I mean, just look at that one on the left.
How's the one on the right?
I don't know. I don't think Lilac thinks she's cute. I don't think Hunter thinks she's cute.
Aw.
Does Lilac not know she's beautiful?
Oh no.
I'm immediately. This is such like a basic logic thing where my brain just like shuts down. Like
Today we're learning we're dumb as fuck. Holy shit.
usually they don't think they're cute. So I'm crossing out people that think they are cute.
Yes.
Okay. I think Markiplier thinks he's cute.
I agree.
Mochi definitely thinks he's cute. Does Blake think he's cute?
Probably.
An impossible question. Let me circle back to that one. I don't think Tanner considers himself cute. I don't think. Does TG think he's cute?
He probably thinks he's hot.
I
He
think
thinks
Nico
he's cute by half.
Yeah, I'm a little cute. Let me cross myself off. Shimi thinks she's cute. Yuki definitely thinks she's cute.
Oh, absolutely.
Christian definitely thinks he's cute.
You're putting labels on people.
Jeff Keighley thinks he's cute. Yeah, he thinks he's a little cutie.
Oh man.
Quentin Tarantino does not think he's cute. Shinji Ikari does not have the confidence to think he's cute. Joe Rogan definitely doesn't think he's cute. Neither does Wendigoon. Does Kyler think he's cute? I think Kyler might think he's cute. I don't think Dylan thinks he's cute. I think Demas thinks he's cute.
You're just saying that because you think he's cute.
No, I think he's very aware of his cuteness. He uses his sex appeal on me all the time.
What the fuck?
Very
Ain't
funny.
that the truth? Alright, Jackson,
man.
my question for you here. Would your person, character, creature, would they, when they're eating their fries, okay, are they putting the ketchup like just right on top of it rather than dipping it?
Are there people that do that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Freaks.
absolutely. Dude, I do that with my nuggets.
What the
Oh
fuck?
god. That's awful. I wish you didn't tell me that.
I wish that was one thing I wish I didn't know about
the
you.
problem here is, sorry, we're getting sidetracked. The problem with it is that if I'm dipping it, then most of the time I just have a shit ton of dip extra at the end of it.
I mean,
or I have
fair.
to like keep applying it, which is kind of annoying. Or if I just like put it on it, then it's already evenly spread. I don't have to think about it.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I guess you already know the answer for me on the list.
Uh-huh.
Would my character dip or would they spread? I think my person's a dipper.
They're a dipper, okay. They're the big dipper, as it were, so I'm canceling out the spreaders here. Samet, she's a fucking freak for sure. The wolves, I'm gonna leave the wolves as they are for now.
Good.
Good. Lilac, I'll let Lilac be as well. Hunter, he dips it for sure. Markiplier, he probably does. Joaquin Phoenix, he just blasts it all. Goku, he probably does too. I definitely don't, obviously. Tanichi, I could see it. Tanner, thank God, he does not. Blake would. Mochi would too. Jackson, we just learned he does. Shimi. No, I think Shimi's good. Yuki, she's definitely fine. Christian, he'd do it. Absolutely. Jeff's alright. Quentin, though. Quentin's on that shit. Shinji, too. No, Joe's a man. He knows how to do it right. Same with Wendigoon. Kyler, he would absolutely just fucking, he'd blast that shit all over his fries. We just learned Dylan definitely isn't. And Themis, he'd just do it. He'd absolutely do it.
I'm impressed by how many you eliminated on that question.
It's such an arbitrary question, too. It doesn't mean anything.
That's like all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
None of these
basically.
truly mean anything.
We're not asking the real questions, but we're having a fun time regardless.
Yeah. I absolutely just immediately wiped them off my list.
Yeah.
See, the problem here is, like, you'd think that you'd use all the time the person's pondering their own choices to make up your next question.
You would
Like,
think that, wouldn't you?
But alas.
the problem is, like, I try to think about it, and then I immediately get sidetracked with what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
What? How could I fucking break this down in a compelling fashion? What are the two wolves, if you will, of these eclectic group of people?
Ask if they'd fuck a furry.
Fuck it, dude.
No, I didn't mean
would
that.
they fuck a furry?
I think they would.
Oh, shit.
They would fuck a furry.
I
Okay.
think
Let's see what
so.
Jackson thinks here.
I think Blake would absolutely fuck a furry. Would Lilac fuck a
wanted
furry?
to.
Yeah, she is a furry.
He did?
I don't think Hunter would fuck a furry. Tinichi would definitely fuck a furry. I don't think Goku would fuck a furry. Quentin Tarantino would definitely fuck a furry. I don't think Shinji would fuck a furry. I don't think Rogo would fuck a furry. I would be doubtful to assume Dylan would fuck a furry.
You think Wendigoon would?
I'm thinking about it. I would assume no, but I don't know enough about him. So I'm gonna cross him out. That did some good damage. I think we were left with Lilac, Blake, Tanner, Tanichi, and Quentin Tarantino.
Interesting.
Oh, and Joaquin Phoenix. Will Joaquin Phoenix fuck a furry? Dude, he's a Hollywood guy. They're all freaks. He probably would.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Did a lot of damage there too. Hot damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Would your character consider themselves fat?
No.
No? Okay. Interesting. Alright, the wolves. Yeah, the wolves are not fat. So that's good. Lilac, she's a fat ass. She'd
You're
consider
so
herself
mean to the
fat.
damn cats. Jesus.
Hunter, he's not fat. Markiplier, not fat either.
Go on.
Does Tanner think of himself as fat? He does.
Yeah,
Oh,
what are you
no.
talking about? I call myself fat all the time.
He's self-aware.
Oh no.
I don't. Shimi, no. Yuki would claim she isn't, but she's a fat ass for sure. Jeff, no.
Wait.
Jeff wouldn't.
If you said Shimi wouldn't that mean you leave her uncrossed?
She.
I'm looking out
There
for
we
you,
go.
brother.
Jeff Keighley. Yeah, just fine. Joe doesn't think he's fat. Wendigoon, Wendigoon's got a little bit going on there, but it's nothing too crazy. He might
Got a
have,
little bit going
he
on.
might have some body image issues though. Maybe.
I see.
He once was fat.
He once was
Well.
fat for sure. Wendigoon got bullied a lot apparently growing up. He got thrown in garbage cans.
Oh no.
Yeah. Does Wendigoon think he's fat?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little maybe up here for Wendigoon. He
No
might.
way.
He's on the edge here. Dylan probably thinks he's fat.
Fuck you.
I'm
You're
so
right,
that,
though.
that's just what I think you think of yourself.
You're right.
Well, that's what you think Jackson thinks Dylan thinks of himself.
Yeah, but that's what we think of the thoughts of the others think.
And Themis, he's a fat ass, so yeah, well.
You already crossed him off.
Yeah,
was
my last
double-checking.
question was bad though, so I am actively being just kind of ignoring that one. I was rethinking all the
Okay.
other people too. Still,
I see.
All right. Would your person abuse a position of power they were given?
that's a good question. No, I don't think they would. I think they're on the up and up.
Interesting. Interesting. I
For
don't
the
know.
audience at home, Jackson immediately crossed off Tanichi.
And Quentin
Of course,
Tarantino.
can't leave him out.
If anything, he did Quentin Tarantino first.
I'm already forgetting which side of the aisle you're on with Joaquin Phoenix.
Dude, the same as you.
Shit. That's a blunder on my part. Do you think Lilac would abuse his position?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think
This
she
picture of
would.
her makes her just look so docile.
Yeah,
and-
she's so
No,
meek.
dude. That's the facade she puts on.
I don't think she would in my heart of hearts. But what does Nico think about her?
If Lilac were a human, she'd be that CEO lady telling that Indian guy about his fish head wife.
I'm gonna cross off.
You remember
Lilac.
cats
I'm gonna
versus
cross off
dogs,
Lilac.
Jackson. You saw the facades those cats were putting on.
I'm down to Tanner, Blake, and Joaquin Phoenix.
As you do.
That's a good group.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
That's a
Okay.
party right there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who do I even fucking have left here? Interesting. Okay. Does your person like fish?
Do they like fish?
Yeah, are they into fish?
Probably.
Probably? Okay. I definitely... You know for sure that I do, which kind of makes me want to cross myself off, because you know I like fish. You wouldn't say probably for me. The rest of these are like...
Stink up the damn house with them bitches.
Yeah, the rest of these are... The rest of these are too iffy to really call one way or another. Shimi's another tough one. I really think they'd give you one of the cats for this last one, and Shimi's the only one left. But you know Shimi would like fish. And so would the other cats. So maybe my soul read there was incorrect.
He's breaking it down sexual style. Holy smokes.
I'm gonna leave Shimi alone for now. I'll think on that one a bit more later. Okay, but yeah, I only eliminated myself that time around.
Damn.
Okay, that was a Hail Mary there. Down to 3. How the fuck do I differentiate you guys here?
I don't know.
Do you think this person would like going on hikes?
Huh.
No.
Okay, so I'm crossing off Tanner.
Tanner fucking hates cardio.
You gave it pause, so I feel like I've got a pretty solid idea of who it is at this point, and if it's not, then I'm fucked.
Uh-huh.
Go for it.
All right. Does your person... Do they seem like they'd be pretty into just like... No, I can't ask that one.
Huh.
Is your person a pedophile?
Does your person... Do they not... Do they seem like they wouldn't really enjoy being in a car?
Do they feel like they would... What?
But they, are they not into being in a car? I guess let me ask it this way. Do they enjoy being in a car?
Do they enjoy being in cars?
Yeah.
I think they seem like the type of person that would be indifferent to being in a car.
Okay. Indifferent. I'm thinking it's finally time. I have to put the cats to bed.
Oh no.
That at least knocked Shimi out here. And the rest of these people, I think they're gonna have to stay as is.
Interesting.
Really taking our time here.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 2. I'm down to Blake and Joaquin Phoenix. I feel like you should know that Blake loves going on hikes, so I'm just chewing it out. Joaquin Phoenix.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
You know, since this is the final round, every time you get a wrong person, we'll give you a hint. Your hint is that you eliminated your person in the first round.
Fuck,
True.
what was even the first fucking question?
Do they think they're cute?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Thank God for
That's
Nico's
it.
memory.
That's what I'm here for, baby.
Oh yeah.
Alright, would your person consider themselves a gamer?
Yeah, they're a gamer.
They're a gamer. Okay, so
But yeah,
Jeff
at least
Keighley
they think
for
of themselves as
sure.
a gamer.
I'm getting Hunter and Joe out of here.
Good question.
Thank you.
You think the wolves are some gamers?
The wolves are gamers? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What did that say?
I'm like trying to think back on previous questions here. Oh god, it's so over, bro. It's so over.
It's so Jover.
So you think they don't like going on hikes? Let me really ponder this one. I don't think Shinji would like going on hikes. Let me fucking really cross him out. I don't think Lilac would like going on hikes. Blake's definitely out of here because I know. It actually helps because I can like cross out a lot of these with that hint because you said I crossed them out in the first round. Could be Christian. But Christian definitely would not want to go on a hike. Ooh, man. Hunter seems like the type of guy that go on a fucking hike. Yeah. This is tough, dude. This is so tough, man. I've got so many options. Does your person like being brushed? Or would they like being brushed?
You know, I'm gonna say yes.
They do like being brushed.
Yeah, I think they'd enjoy it.
Crossing out Mochi.
It's an interesting cross-section of people that are into being brushed but don't want to fuck a furry. Or wait, no, you said they would.
Yeah, they would.
They would fuck a furry. And
that's actually a rather large cross-section, actually.
Yeah.
I think I'm crossing out Quentin Tarantino. For good.
My brother's going through it right now.
Don't think it's Joe Rogan. This is an impossible challenge I've given myself here. I don't think Nico would fuck a furry, and I don't think.
Yeah, he's only into goths.
What if it's a goth furry?
I don't think Dylan would like.
Those
being
probably
brushed.
exist. I don't like being touched.
I'm gonna go look it up and then
they want
some very
100%
tasteful art of it.
I would hope you would think I would not fuck a furry.
Does he know?
Yeah, I guess I'll leave it there.
Interesting. You think Markiplier would fuck a furry?
I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Fair enough, I guess. I don't know. Nico, I think it means it's your turn.
I suppose so. I didn't know if Jackson's still considering some things. Alright, I'm just gonna shotgun Jeff Keighley here.
Dude, correct.
Holy shit, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Tanner, that's not in good taste.
Well fucking played, Nico.
Thank you.
He's too good. He's too good. We have to stop him. Quick, Jackson, get the guess right so you can tie with Nico and you could be on his level.
I mean, I went first, so I don't get one, right?
You get a guess. You get to guess the person at least.
Yeah, sure. You get one person guessed here.
Likes being brushed. Doesn't want to go on a hike. Would fuck a furry.
Doesn't think they're cute.
Who am I? Doesn't think they're cute. I feel like you're projecting with the cat thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying Shimi. I'm guessing Shimi.
Incorrect.
Bummer.
Nico, who was your person?
It was Kyler.
Bummer.
I mean, yeah, I frankly, I don't know how you would have gotten that. I'm sorry.
I wanted to pick Goku.
Would Kyler fuck a furry?
I think
I'd
he
say
would.
so.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't know him enough. It was over for me.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was our little game of Guess Who. I hope you guys had fun. I sure did.
That was certainly an interesting time.
What a fun
and congratulations
time that was.
to Nico. I think you're pretty unambiguously the winner out of this whole thing.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Add it to the website.
This isn't a fucking quiz. This will not be added to the website.
There we go.
Speaking of things that won't be added to the website, I can't wait for us to talk about Guapish at the movies.
Guapish at the movies?
Not naked, Dale. Can you see my pussy?
Jackson, what did we watch this week?
The Patreon pick this week, as requested by Mr. T, thank you for the request, was the 2010 film Batman Under the Red Hood. And if you also want to get your movie pick in the raffle, like Mr. T, go to guapish.com/Patreon or patreon.com/guapish for $1 a month. Might just get picked. This movie is, of course, about Batman, his first Robin. I don't know how many Robins he has.
Incorrect.
Some Robin of his got blown to smithereens, or so he thought, but they were brought back to life and started to become like a fucking vigilante villain person. And Batman is trying to solve the mystery of who they are and, help them get back on the right track, I guess.
Fun fact, this movie originally was going to be rated R, but the studio decided to interfere because they wanted it to have more mass appeal.
Typical studio. Bad fun fact. Anyway, Tanner, we gotta get out of the way. Where are you putting this one?
Yeah, quite predictably, I really enjoyed this movie. I like the animated DC Comics movies. I am sitting at an A.
You're a stupid piece of shit. I hate you, Dylan. Where are you putting it?
I'm actually higher than Tanner. I really liked this movie. I thought it was really good. I gave it an S-.
Yeah. So I'm tossing up between a C and a C+.
Holy shit. Damn. I'm
at a C myself here. What the fuck? I swear to fucking I had high hopes for this one, frankly. Going into it, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes for it. As always, for all these fucking movies, the ratings are insanely high for God knows what reason. But I thought maybe this time would be a little different. No, it's the same bullshit. What is wrong with you, DC fans? You eat literally anything up. What is wrong with you?
Here, let me get my diatribe out of the way, and you guys can maybe branch off of things with it. So I've got some big qualms with this movie, one of which is the pacing. It's way too fast. They try cramming way too much into little of time, but that's a very consistent problem with these types of movies. It just doesn't look very good. Nico had actually like messaged me like midweek, asked me if I thought it was like normal for this to be like a 2010 movie because of how like bad the CG effects were in general, and just this is a very low budget looking movie. It doesn't look very great most of the time, I wouldn't say.
It's so bad.
Holy fuck, the quips are so annoying. Like, it was genuinely kind of pissing me off. They start getting better near the end.
They get better once Nightwing isn't involved.
Yeah, but yeah, they were fucking annoying. It was just pissing me off, frankly. I really hated the quips. They took me out of it a lot. The things I thought were good, I think that like final confrontation with Batman and Red Hood with the Joker in it was pretty well done. I like the idea behind what they were doing. I just don't think they executed on it particularly well. It was a pretty whatever movie for me throughout the vast majority of it. I think the ending of it was all right. It really just seemed like they had a good concept. I'm sure this is probably way better in the comics, but they just didn't adapt it very well, and that's really my takeaway from it.
As Jackson touched, oh my fucking god, I cannot speak. As Jackson touched on there, yeah, I had mentioned the fucking visuals for this film. I was bewildered that this movie came out in 2010. As I was watching it, I didn't look at like when it actually came out, and so I was like, this looks terrible. What's going on here? But then I saw the car chase scene, and it was so fucking garbage that it made me give this film a lot more grace, because I assumed, oh, okay, obviously this film must be like, pretty early 2000s if it looks this bad, because like, this must be when they're early on into trying to integrate 3D into 2D. No, 2010? Are you fucking kidding me? What are you talking about? The backgrounds for this film are god awful. They copy and paste the same fucking barrel everywhere throughout this movie. I don't understand why they chose to make it this way.
You guys notice so much more details than I do.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, pal. This is a dumb question, but like, why is he still wearing the Robin mask under his Red Hood mask?
Oh,
that shit made me fucking burst out laughing when he took off his fucking mask and he was still just wearing another fucking mask. That was the funniest shit of all time.
Well, he's still gotta keep his identity secret.
That's what the fucking red mask is for.
To us?
To the Joker, I guess.
No, I don't know about that one, buddy.
Would he recognize this fully grown adult after he killed him as a child? If anything, that the mask would be more of a giveaway since he never took off his mask back then.
Yeah.
True.
I like how the whole fucking conflict of Red Hood being annoyed at Batman thinking that the, like, fucking revival juice or whatever it's called that Nosferatu used on him made him, like, psycho, and that's why he's acting the way he is. When, like, literally the very first thing he did when being revived is just fucking start mauling a bunch of people to death and running away.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got a lag time on, like, getting better,
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
So
I just thought there was just a lot of, like, random little funny shit like that in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, another thing about the movie I liked, I think the Joker was pretty good. I like the Joker in this movie. I think he looks really fucking ugly. I've never seen an uglier Joker than this, to be honest. His head's very wide. He's a very strange-looking man, but I liked him. I think he was fun. I think he was probably my favorite character in the movie.
I was genuinely blown away watching this. I was like, this was made in 2010 and Batman isn't being voiced by Kevin Conway and Joker isn't being voiced by Mark Hamill? That's crazy.
I said the same thing about Joker. That's all I got.
Dude, time for us to glaze, Dylan.
You go for it, man. I don't know if I have much to say about this movie.
I recognize, for one, yes, this is way too fast-paced, and I recognize the animation, how bad it is, especially that car chase. It didn't take me out of the movie, though, and I just really like these characters and the story, and I think it's really cool. I think it has solid action, especially the Red Hood fight scenes. And I just love the dynamic between Red Hood and Batman. I just really dig all this stuff.
I agree. I don't really have anything different to say aside from that. I obviously didn't catch any of the small details.
Obviously, there's a decent bit of bias here just because I do love DC Comics and I love their stories. Yeah, decent. Well, I mean, honestly, actually, you know what? Since I'm actually the one agreeing with the critics and the audience score, you guys have an anti-DC bias, actually.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he's aligning with the audience. Most people like this movie a lot. For some reason. For some
God
unknown
knows what reason. They like all these fucking movies, though, Jackson. That's the problem. They can't be trusted.
I'm pretty sure there's some they don't like.
We haven't found one yet.
We haven't found... Well, to be fair, I've been choosing the ones I, remember most fondly.
Yeah.
There we go. That certainly helps.
Actually, I thought, wasn't the Batman Beyond one, not as highly rated? I might be wrong on that.
I don't know.
Who knows? I love the Robins, dude. I just love their little differences in personality in person, whatever, and I just love seeing that stuff represented on screen. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. All I was gonna say is I think this is the best animated DC movie that we've watched so far, in my opinion, clearly. But
it hasn't been a particularly high bar.
I don't remember what I gave the other ones, so it is really tough to say. But I mean, I can't really say anything different from Tanner. I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the action. Obviously, it takes a lot more for me to be taken out of a movie than anybody here, I'd imagine. So all the things that you guys were describing that were bad about the movie, I didn't really notice. Especially the copy-paste barrel. Like, who the fuck looks for that shit?
It's everywhere. What do you want from me?
I'm sorry that I'm watching the movie and, listening to the characters talk and not looking at barrel number 47 and scene 32.
Are you assuming he's not doing that? You can just say you missed it, like you were just saying previously.
No, I'm doing the opposite where I say he's looking too much into it. But yeah, I will certainly say I did give this movie a rating without actually consulting my tier list, and upon viewing the tier list, I don't think I could justify putting it in S-, so I'm carefully reviewing the movies I have here and realizing I was a little off base with my rating. It's not changing, well, I can't say it's not changing by too much because that's kind of a lie, but...
He's swapping it to B-.
Yeah, so I'm dropping it down to fucking B-, but yeah, I don't really have anything crazy to say.
While Dylan is looking that over, I really like the performances here. I think all of the vocal performances are pretty solid. Even successfully winning me over on, Batman and the Joker, who were not, the voices I'm used to. Mm-hmm. And, what was something I just thought of? Oh, I like that I feel like Batman is portrayed pretty well here. He does figure out that it's Jason Todd without that needing to be super explicitly revealed to him. He does some actual detective bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The side of Batman we never see anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The detective.
I don't remember what scene it was. I just remember at one point thinking, yeah, Batman can be anybody with enough prep time, and I don't... I don't know why I remember that, but, it was funny. Anywho.
Anyway, are we ready to say our final ranks?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, I'm sticking at my C, I'll say. I'll stick there. Like Tanner said, there were some impressive action shots. Largely, I thought it was just fucking whatever, but there were some impressive shots here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to go with the lower of my tier ranks. I rated Batman Beyond a C, and I think this is about on par with that for me, to be completely honest.
Whoa.
Maybe a controversial opinion.
I just think Red Hood kind of kicks ass and he aura farms a lot in this movie. I'm going to stick with my A.
I'd agree, and upon carefully reviewing my tier list and, actually putting the movie where it should go based on where I have other movies, I'm gonna give this Batman Under the Red Hood an A-.
Whoa.
What? Whoa! And it lands at a flat B overall.
Whoa.
Wow.
I guess we really didn't talk about it all, but Red Hood was 100% right throughout this entire movie. Batman, what the fuck, dude?
True.
Just kill the Joker already.
The real answer is that, like, why the fuck is the justice system not executing the Joker?
You know, I thought
Like, the
about
fact that Batman as some random vigilante isn't killing him is probably a good thing. The fact that, like, Joker, upon getting his day in court, is not being sentenced to death is insane.
That's
would
what
agree with
happens
that.
when he lives in a sanctuary city, dude.
So true.
Speaking of sanctuary cities, we have the second Demon Slayer movie, that being Infinity Castle Part 1. There's gonna be like 2 or 3 parts of these?
It's gonna be a trilogy.
A trilogy, yeah. I just can't imagine that. I've read the manga. How are they gonna make 2 more movies of this? Anyways,
They're gonna milk the hell out of it.
this was Tanner's pick. Please give us the plot synopsis.
Well, guys, as you may remember from the dang old anime, last we saw our heroes, they all got sucked into the Infinity Castle, Muzan's little secret hideout, filled with an improbable number of demons. And they start fighting. The end.
True.
Fun fact, what do we got here? This movie surpassed Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, from 1998, as the highest grossing anime film in the United States.
Oh.
That's
I'm
crazy.
surprised the Pokemon one was the highest grossing in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. How is that
I will
still
say,
the case?
the stat does specifically say US plus Canada, but like, how big of a difference could that be? But maybe that is an important clarifying point.
You know, normally I don't like these box office fun facts, but I'll give that one a, that's alright.
Cool.
Perfect.
I am
Rankings.
I am sitting at a B plus currently for this one. Dylan, where are you
Oh
at?
my god.
S.
Yeah, I'm at an S as well.
I'm tossing up between a B plus and an A minus.
What the fuck
Jesus.
is happening?
You guys
As
are just
usual.
haters this week, I guess.
As per usual.
I had my hater week last week, so
Let's get the glazing out of the way, I guess, because we took the helm the first time.
Dude, this shit kicks ass. It is just balls to the wall, cool shit action the entire fucking time.
Except for half of the movie they're spent in
gonna say not
flashbacks.
the
Except for the
entire
half of the
section.
movie they were doing Akasa's background. I didn't like that part as much because it took way too long. That
Yeah.
is my biggest negative.
Yeah.
That was way too long. But one thing I really like about this movie is they finally make the Demon Slayer Corps feel like an army. Where they're like, and literally all they do is they have the crows flying around and the people drawing maps. I'm like, oh, they have communication and logistics. Radical. Because normally these guys just feel like, you know, a bunch of random swordsmen that just, you know, go around and fuck shit up. But I love that this does feel like a war.
Yeah, that's something I've really liked about this, because like as I was watching it, I was like, man, is like the whole Demon Slayer Corps, is it really just like these few guys we've been following and then the Hashira and that's it? And it's like, oh no, there's like a ton of dudes like running around in here. That's really cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I had mentioned in the general chat that I wasn't expecting to cry as much as I did at this movie. This movie had a couple of tear-jerker moments, to be completely honest. One of my favorite Hashira died, so that's a big unfortunate. Spoilers, by the way, for the people listening. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool moments where you get to see, like, the culmination of people's trainings and the barriers people were overcoming. I really like that shit. I will agree with Tanner, though. I typically like the whole, like, demons get, like, their flashback of how they became the people they are. I think it was a little drawn out. This movie's like 2.5 hours. I think this would have greatly benefited from maybe trimming down the backstory flashback just a little bit. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but it certainly was a little long. But yeah, no, I like how this is drawn. I like the idea of like the crows going around and using like their fucking pulse thing so the people back in like the overworld can draw up a map and like figure out what's going on. And it really feels like there's a lot of contention going on because, you know, the demons are a powerful force and like we're like other humans are like in a trap, but like we're kind of shown that they're equally competing against each other in one way or another, which is really cool to see. But yeah, I also just think the action scenes kick ass. I'm still pissed to know the fact about this anime that all of the visual effects we see on the screen are not actually happening in world, and that's just a personal thing for me. I choose to believe. Are they actually? I've heard otherwise. Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
landed pretty solidly on they do actually happen.
All right, cool. Then never mind then. But regardless, I think this movie's kick-ass. I've always loved Demon Slayer. I loved the story. I loved the action. I loved the backstories and all those kinds of things. And I love the character interactions. They're very nice. I was liking this movie up until the Akasa part, and then it kind of came to a grinding halt, unfortunately.
Nico, I actually have notes on this one. Do you want to get your general thoughts out of the way and then I can rattle off my notes, or do you want me to rattle off my notes and you can maybe branch off of them?
Dude, I also have a pretty extensive list of notes here. I guess real quick, since we were just touching on like the breathing shit, I don't really like it very much, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan, especially like how they do the special attack names throughout this series. Like, I do not need to hear them repeatedly shout that they're using water breathing, or just like, God, the amount of times we hear them yell at Hinokami Kagura. Why do you have to say every fucking time? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're watching a shonen, dude. It's what they do.
Not all shonen are this bad about it, though.
I know. I'm playing devil's advocate. I think it was really fucking annoying, too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while since I've watched a really conventional shonen like this. For context here, the last time I watched the Demon Slayer anime was the entertainment arc. It's been a while.
Oh, damn. You missed an entire season. You
I
both
read the
missed an
entire manga,
season.
so I know
that's
everything
fair.
that happens. But
Fair enough.
so it's not like I was going into this blind or anything. But yeah, watching it's been a while since I've watched like a conventional shonen like this. So yeah, definitely took some like, getting used to getting back into this type of shonen again, for better or for worse.
Yeah, obviously the big thing about this film is that it's just flashback the movie, kind of. Like, half of the film does feel like it's just kind of spent in these flashbacks, which for a character like Akaza, that makes sense. He's like the main big bad of this film, and aside from killing Rengoku, which, you know, we've already witnessed, there really isn't anything tying him to any of these, you know, the characters in the Demon Slayer core, so getting more background on him is nice. But when we look at characters like the Fan Demon, or especially like Zenitsu's like fellow disciple guy, like, why are we just now getting these flashbacks? Like, this shit really should have like happened earlier in the series, so it's not bogging down the action that's happening now for us.
The fan guy too, especially. Who fucking gives a shit? I'm sure there are plenty of people that do want to know like every little nitty-gritty detail about all of these upper six, because like, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that think he's like super hot or super cool. They want to know a lot more about him. But like, it just adds nothing.
It bogs it down a lot.
It's just wasted fucking time. And the biggest part about the flashbacks for me is that they happen in the middle of combat sequences. So you'll be watching some cool ass fucking fight, and then randomly just goes into a fucking flashback and completely kills the pacing and the momentum that everything else was building. And it happens so fucking often, and it just grinds my damn gears. It was just very frustrating. Like, it feels like I'm watching people talk to each other, and then a flashback happens more than I'm actually watching people fight, which is what this is supposed to feel like.
It's normal shonen though. That Naruto does it all the time. It's bad no matter where they do it. I don't care. Like, it can be well done, but largely, especially in this film, I do not feel it was well done.
In defense of Zenitsu, we had a prior, you know, characterization of him, and him going through this massive character change between the last episode and this movie, I feel I can justify him having the flashback that he's having, but I probably am the only one that thinks that. I like to think that because we just think he's like some crybaby kid who's, you know, only learned one thing and, you know, never...
But they're like complaining specifically about the flashbacks for the demons.
I was talking specifically about the Zenitsu part. I didn't think that part was that bad, just because with the way that his character's changing here, having more insight on his backstory makes a lot of sense, I think.
I agree with Nico, though, that I feel like that should have just happened earlier. Like,
Yeah,
we
he's a
knew
character
about
we
this
see throughout
guy.
the whole series. Like, why does it have to happen here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it makes the most sense here, at least to me.
I know that Zenitsu got like a big power up during the fucking training arc shit as well, but like it also did just kind of feel bad turning this upper guy into a fucking random jobber that just one shots basically.
I mean, he was new.
That was a very outside of him doing the one cool move of his secret technique that he made himself. There was
Which feels like a total asshole. I did not like that.
Yeah,
I thought that shit was cool.
I mean, I think the move itself is cool, and I think the idea of him making one is cool. But yeah, I agree. It does feel pretty cheap, especially because that's supposed to be like the narrative conclusion to his arc, basically. Like he conquered the fucking big rival he had, and the thing that was bringing him down with his past. And it's just a fucking cheap one shot with some move he made up that we've never seen before. Yeah, and it just feels bad. I'm not gonna lie, it just feels kind of bad. And of course, that's also sprinkled into a really mixed bag fight in general because it wasn't really that crazy. And it had like 3 fucking flashbacks in the middle of it. It's just hard to justify. Like there were cool moments in it for sure, but it's also it was taken out by a lot of things that just you know what I mean.
No. Yeah, really, probably my biggest issue is that this arc just doesn't really feel like it works very well as a film. You're like instantly dropped into it with like little preamble, and it doesn't really end in all that satisfying as a way as like an overall conclusion. By the time we get to the end of it, it's like, yeah, we just kind of ran out of runtime. Anyway, you'll figure it out in 2 more movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, Tanner, I'm surprised this isn't something that you're bringing up with like the main Abyss movies specifically, because this didn't feel like it should have been a movie at all to me. I'm totally with Nico. It feels like it should have been like an Attack on Titan situation where, I mean, Attack on Titan had a fucking like big long movie thing too. Ignore that comment, I guess. Okay. It's like, dude, you're immediately dropped into some shit. Like you can't watch this without having context of Demon Slayer, which obviously that makes sense, but. It just doesn't feel like it fits the format very well. We're like going from like random set piece to set piece. It just doesn't feel like it's structured like a movie, and it just kind of starts abruptly and then it kind of ends abruptly without any like big like narrative arc going on. There is like a bunch of small events that happen throughout it, and I guess the fucking rising and falling action was like the Akaza fight in the end, but like it just feels really messy from like a movie making perspective if you're looking at it in a vacuum.
Yeah, if we look at Mugen Train, for example, like there's a clear through line throughout the events of that movie, and it ends on a pretty strong note. We get a good sense of finality out of it, but there is still that sort of promise of further adventure, and it just feels much more satisfying as a film.
I don't know. I don't really agree with your point there. I think this one does, to me, make sense as a movie, since it is just like there's one defined goal, which is like, you know, fight all the people in the Infinity Castle, and then the whole thing is, you know, doing that.
Yeah, and so they fight some of the people in the Infinity Castle, and then it ends before they fight the rest of the people.
Yeah, one of the big they one shot one of the big bads. One of the big bads kills Hashira, and then nothing else really happens, and then they kill one of the big bads, and then we have some aura farming.
Two wolves.
You know, I'll say everything with Akazu is great, though. I really love that in this like world of crazy sword fighters and like weird demon weapons, he's just a fucking Dragon Ball character just punching the shit out of people. You know, his backstory, while it was long, God, is it long. It did a lot to elevate the fight and truly make it more of like grueling endeavor for Tanjiro to try and overcome there. And like, also, you know, we talked about in the last movie, the CG here, the usage of it is great. Like, it can work, okay? Like, you can just stop doing it poorly. It looked phenomenal in this film. They blended it seamlessly for the most part.
I would disagree with that point. I think, generally speaking, it looks fantastic. I think a lot of the like angles and the camera shit they do are super creative, super fun. It is Mappa at their best here. Well, not Mappa, fucking Ufotable, however you pronounce it, at their best. They do some crazy shit here, but there are absolutely things that took me out of it with the effects specifically. Like with Destruction, for example, they'll have, you know, just a big fucking CG explosion that just looks terrible in my eyes, or like these big fucking just out of place looking like CG blocks and shit. There's a lot of stuff like that. I think most of the time it looked great. It looked amazing even, but there were certainly moments that took me out of it because it just looked super fucking out of place. Specifically with like particle effects and stuff. It just...
There were a lot of particle effects, yeah.
And they didn't look particularly great to me. But generally speaking, I think the movie's very creative with its setting, and I think it does a good job with the effects overall. Here's a minor thing. The music, I think most of the time I was pretty into the music. It just took a lot of time for it to like ramp up most of the time. Like a lot of the time the music would start out as like one kind of annoying beat to me. and then it like build up into a bigger song as the fights went on. But sometimes that didn't really happen. Like, I wasn't crazy about the music choice and like the Shinobu fight. Some of it I found kind of annoying. One of the sound effects that I found kind of annoying. I'm glad they didn't continue the type of the cinematography direction they were going with in the it's what the fuck is the name of the arc? It's the Swordsmith Village arc, where like just it's like some Bollywood shit, but they did keep one of those aspects of that editing, that being the blah sound effect. They use it constantly, all the fucking time. They use it like 1,000 times in this movie probably. And this is more of a meta thing, but like in a lot of like short form content, they'll use like the blah sound effect as like a scene transition type thing. And like every time I heard that, it just took me out of the movie because I'm just thinking of that stupid fucking sound effect. This is not like a qualm of the movie necessarily. It's just like an observation that I thought was kind of funny. But they do use it fucking constantly. It's just nonstop. It sounds like I'm watching like a movie trailer the entire time I was watching it.
Yeah.
I am with Nico though, and kind of against you guys. Where you got Dylan and Tanner saying that they didn't like the Akaza part, generally speaking. I think the Akaza part was actually the thing that sold me on the movie. Prior to them getting to Akaza, I didn't give a fuck about anything that was happening, unfortunately. I was pretty out of it and not really engaged. But once we got to Akaza, that immediately flipped. I liked the way they looped in Tanjiro's family back in, with him developing that like cool technique to counter Akaza on the fly. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing what they fumbled with Zenitsu, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I think it worked out. There was plenty of build up for it, and I just think it's a good way of doing it. I like him fighting the two people fighting each other, or two people fighting with each other thing. I think that was fun. I think they did actually have some clever moments with it, like with them covering each other in the middle of the fight, or like some taking the heat while the other one's doing stuff. I think it's entertaining. I think they did a good job with that, generally speaking. And to be honest, I liked the Akaza cutscene, or the backstory segment. I thought it was enjoyable. I liked seeing more context of how he got to where he was. And I think the biggest reason I liked it is because of the payoff. I was so scared because I had just kind of forgotten exactly like what narrative beats it takes since the manga. But I had forgotten if he killed himself in the end after it. But I was so scared watching that cutscene. They're doing all this build-up of him like redeeming himself, remembering who he was, and the promises he made to these people, and that he was just going to keep fighting regardless of this context. But no, he did kill himself at the end. I think that's fucking awesome, and I'm so glad they did that. I think it was a really strong narrative choice. I thought it was a very emotional segment. I think it completely justified the flashback we had with him. I fuck with Akaza. I think he's a very well written character, and I think it really goes to show that they have the sauce to do this type of like intricate character writing. If you can get somebody invested in basically some fucking random dude with like one cutscene and just seeing the choice of his actions that he's built up over time. I thought it was a fantastic scene. I think it was a great place to end the movie off of, with some nice emotional pathos. But yeah, other than that scene in the movie, I just really wasn't into it, unfortunately.
I like that they gave Tanjiro Ultra Instinct.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised I didn't cry while watching this one. You know, the scene where like all the characters were telling Akaza like welcome home, like that just screams the kind of shit that would have me bawling. But I don't know, this film unfortunately wasn't able to get me there, which I think is unfortunate.
I'm the same way. I was expecting to go into it getting like really emotional at some part of it, and I think the Akaza part would have been the one that got me if anything was going to. But yeah, I think it was largely just built up because a lot of things just didn't really work on me at the start. Like I don't think they handled Shinobu's death particularly well.
That pissed me off.
Maybe this is like a mean thing to say, but it felt a little cheap. Like I like Shinobu as a character a lot, but I think they did her a little bit dirty.
I would agree.
Yeah, and then because of that, I never really felt like crazy invested throughout the rest of the movie with emotional things. We go like to the next big emotional scene was Zenitsu taking on his rival, quote unquote, and I felt nothing for that. So I think I was just kind of emotionally defeated by the time we got to the part that would have actually worked on me. I think if I was more like engaged with the plot line up until that point, it would have worked better, but alas.
Yeah, I think the thing that pissed me off the most about the Shinobu fight is just like, I mean, yeah, we've kind of, throughout the anime, we've seen the way she kills demons, she like poisons them, she doesn't actually behead them, which is fine. I think when it came down to it in this fight, it did really piss me off that we were poisoning this demon and like it was doing nothing. And I was, obviously with wanting the protagonist to win, I was hoping she'd like find a way to make it work. And it just kind of felt like a pointless fight, and like maybe they were trying to portray like, hey, yeah, these upper demons aren't to be fucked with, like they're bad news. It just like like maybe the hopelessness they were trying to translate in that scene was intentional, but to me it felt like the wrong kind of hopelessness. And yeah, they kind of just killed her off, and it was like, it's kind of fucked up. I don't really like that, but maybe that's intentional. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, another aspect of that too is they like cut to after Akaza had been killed, I'm pretty sure. Like him going like, oh shit, they like killed Akaza or whatever. And Kano is still there. She's like all beat up. How did she last any amount of time against this fucking guy at all? How was she not just instantly vaporized by this dude? I thought that was kind of funny. I assume it's just because he was fucking with her, because that's just kind of what he does, but...
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that too. There was like the whole hand gesture thing they pointed out. So like in that moment I was like, oh, maybe she has like a really strong poison on her person that in the event she did get defeated and eaten by a demon or something, it just fucking kills him. But no, she just gets fucking absorbed and then it's over. And I'm like, alright, well that culminated to nothing in my mind. This is fucked up. But
Shinobu character arc be like, my whole family gets killed, my sister, except for my sister and I. My sister and I trained to become demon hunters so this doesn't happen again. My sister gets killed by a demon. I trained myself to be even harder so that I can get revenge on my sister. I died to the same fucking demon at the end.
Yeah, that's you summed it up pretty good, unfortunately.
And frankly, didn't even really... I mean, like, maybe there will be some more payoff, because I am forgetting a lot of the story beats of Infinity Castle. I hope there is some more payoff with her character in the second or third movie, because her just fucking dying and accomplishing nothing is kind of a bummer. It feels like such a waste for her character.
Because at least in Infinity Train, when Rengoku died, it was the culmination of the movie. He was duking it out with one of the upper six, and... it ended in a climactic, bombastic sort of way. But, with Shinobu, she's, dies pretty much at the beginning of the movie. And then there's no resulting feedback from that fight at all.
The thing about the Demon Train fight, Akaza versus Rengoku, that was so fucking good as well, is specifically just the talking they were doing about the human spirit, about what it makes us to be human. About going against the odds and this type of thing. That was completely missing with the Shinobu fight. It was literally just her trying her fucking best against some dude that doesn't give a fuck and then just getting killed, and there really wasn't a whole lot of emotional payoff to it whatsoever. It was just her fucking dying for no reason. Which, is, I think it can certainly work in some aspects of showing the hopelessness of a situation. Like, this is a fucking Hashira, one of their best, just getting killed like a jobber. Granted, it was a very high-ranking demon. He's very powerful. She underestimated him almost certainly, but I can't look past the fact that it still does feel bad. I would like to see what they're gonna do with her character, because if that is the end of her arc, then that is a bummer.
It's like she got absorbed by him. Maybe she'll do some shit while she's inside his body, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I'll try to finish off with this at least, where it's with Shinobu dying at the very beginning kind of set a precedence almost, like, oh damn, maybe all the Hashira are just gonna fucking die here and it'll be left with our three main characters. And then that kind of ended up not happening, with Zenitsu killing lower six, and then Tanjiro and Giyu killing upper three. But it certainly also swings in the favor of putting in perspective with where these demons rank, how big of a danger this whole situation is, because it took Tanjiro and Hashira to barely defeat a upper three, and they still didn't really even manage to do that if you want to take it from that perspective. And there's still two more demons above that even. We know there's the fucking swordsman demon guy. So they at least did a good job of framing.
And then Muzan, of course.
Yeah, and then Muzan. So they're doing a good job, I guess, at least of framing how big of a deal and how hard of a fight this is going to end up being. And it's if our protagonists are having such a hard time here, what the hell is the rest of this going to look like? I think they did a good job setting that up personally, but it does make me a little fearful of the next two movies, unfortunately.
Dude, I got a quick question.
Sure.
What's up?
Is the swordsman upper 2 and then moves on is technically upper 1, or is a swordsman upper 1 and then we haven't seen...
Swordsman is upper 1.
Have we seen upper 2 at all?
Wasn't that the fan guy?
Yeah, I thought that was the fan guy.
Oh, right.
Fan, yeah. Because we've only seen Akaza from Infinity Train, and then there was the lower 6, and then there's the other lower 5, no, because
that guy
I think
was upper 6. Yeah, all the lowers got, like, killed or demoted or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, you're right. I was about to say that.
And then, didn't they killed upper 3 and 4 in the Sword Village arc, right?
Upper 3 is Akaza. They killed 4 and...
Upper 5 and 4?
Yeah, they killed 4 and
5. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the entertainment arc. So we've got...
Wait.
Yeah. Because it was the pair, remember?
What was the pot? Okay, so the pot guy and the tiny guy from the Sword Village arc, that was lowers.
No, they were uppers. They were 4 and 5. So fucking Daki and her brother were 6, and that was entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's fair.
Wait, so the sword guy we just saw in this one, like, got promoted to 6,
I think he got promoted, I guess.
Okay.
I'm keeping
up.
Zenitsu. Okay. I'm making sure we're talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts here.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one aspect of Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, I don't know if I said the Japanese thing, that I think I generally like is that they do a good job of portraying the mortality of our characters. Mm-hmm. I think they do a pretty good job with that in this movie as well. It really does just show like how fucking overpowered the concept of a demon is in this world. Like, you can go and like chop off a fucking demon's arm, and that would be a massive win for a demon, but like you can't have that same mistake happen to a human, because if that does, then the fight's just basically over. Yeah. And I think they do a good job portraying that, generally speaking, and I hope they continue that overall.
That is a concept I enjoy about the overall idea of Demon Slayer, is that you've got demons who have basically this kind of shit handed to them on a silver platter, because sometimes they get to get demon arts that make them busted, but yeah, they just regenerate and all that shit. But like, if any of that happens to a human, they're kind of fucked. So like, then you have to take into perspective like the Demon Slayer cores and the level they're on to be able to compete with that, and basically having to come out of these fights unscathed, or else their numbers are just going to continue to fall. I love Demon Slayer. It's very cool.
One other complaint I'm going to throw out is they had a random line in here where they said now, like, the generic, infinite number of demons are like, oh, they all got a power up where they're now on par with like a lower demon or some shit. I'm like,
yeah.
You don't. That's stupid and sucks. Don't say that. They can be fodder. Okay, that's fine. No one minds that.
I did remember hearing that and getting a little scared, and then I immediately forgot. So
yeah, because it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's dumb, and I think I mentioned this in chat, but like, the idea that you have this many demons and yet the existence of demons is still basically a secret to like, the wider world is fucking insane. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it feels like raising awareness of them would help the issue.
Yeah.
But maybe that would just make them act more brazenly if people know of their existence.
I was gonna say,
I guess.
I was trying to think of like a retort to that, not because I wanted to, but like just for any logical reason. And maybe it's like people not being aware in general the presence of demons is just better for public security or whatever, just without mass hysteria. And then maybe not having the knowledge of the demon core is because they do try to be very selective with the people, and the headmaster guy was like, he didn't want people to die for no reason, so if they just told people the demon core existed and just accepted people en masse, and then it would just get a bunch of people killed, it goes completely against what his wishes are. So like, those are the only things I could see.
To cap off my thoughts and stuff, I hear everything you and Nico said, and I think you make a lot of really good points. The reason that stuff is not like dragging my rank down very far is just like the action really does just outweigh all of that, and that stuff did not take me out of the movie. Like, I was fully locked in and having a blast the entire time. The only thing that really broke my immersion and had me like glancing at my phone or like, looking around the room was when, the Akasa flashback was hitting, the 45-minute mark or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and I'll cap off on that as well. It's not that I didn't like the Akaza scene. I think I probably wasn't as high on it as you two were, but it certainly was a weird thing to put in the movie. And I just understand how Demon Slayer operates for the most part, because like I've said before, they do sometimes just have the parts where they kill a big demon, and Tanjiro can sense that there's something going on with them when we see a flashback. I understand that's how this show works. So the fact that there's flashbacks put into the movie that is reflective of whatever's happening didn't really take me out of it all that much. But I agree. I think the action scenes make up for that as well. So
let me ask you guys a question here about how they could potentially restructure this movie and if you think it would be better or not. So they fight Akaza. They cut off his head. He kind of starts regaining memories, and then he kills himself when he realizes what he's become, and it's very against what he had sworn to be in his past life. Do you think it would be better if they just fucking killed him and he didn't get character development in that way? They just fucking put him down like a dog, and it was just a cool fight scene and nothing else. Do you think that would have been better for the movie?
Here's this is obviously changing so much that's a stupid thing to even say, but his background is kind of split into two sections. There's his build up for him becoming his own person and getting a happy life, and then there's his downfall. I think it would have been best if we had gotten the setup stuff for who he is as a person in Mugen Train, and then got his downfall flashback portions in this movie. Because I do like his backstory. It's cool. I like seeing it. It just really is too long. That's really my only problem with it.
And right smack dab in the middle of the best fight scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they could probably benefit from trimming it a tiny bit, and then maybe sprinkling it, that way it's not one big chunk of memory. Maybe it's beginning, middle, end. It's
a tough problem they have for themselves because obviously it is cool and has great character moments to see how human beings came to be these demons, but because these demons in the lore of the world, they pop up so rarely, there's very little opportunity for the narrative to organically give us that information, except in these instances where it is they're in the middle of a fight or they are dead, which is a reoccurring thing in Demon Slayer, where they cut off the demon's head and then you get 5 minutes of well, here's what that guy's deal was, by the way.
So you feel sad for them now. This is nuanced all of a sudden.
Right, yeah. Which is, I think, probably the biggest running flaw with this entire series.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it, but that's just me.
I think all they really need to do is, they don't focus on the demons outside of the fight scenes with the humans particularly much, but they certainly do have moments where they're, reporting to Muzan or whatever. Just have more of those types of scenes. Let us see a bit more of what's going on behind the scenes with the demons and put those into those scenes. For example, there was, a moment where I think it was in fucking season 3 where Akaza is meeting up with Muzan at some point. Maybe throw in his backstory there. Give us a bit more context about who he is then, and then we can see his downfall and what turned him into that in the flashback of him remembering stuff in that movie, so it's a lot more concise. We already know a lot about him, so we know the stakes going into it, what made him get to this point, and then we just get the payoff with him taking himself out in the end, so we still get the sense of threat about the uppers in general, we still get the sense of accomplishment, and we still get the capstone for his character with a much more concise plot line. It'd just be a lot of restructuring. I think they just need to take a bit more liberty with the adaptation of the manga. I think for the most part, outside of the crazy special effects and shit they're doing with the fight scenes, it's pretty, from a narrative standpoint, it's pretty direct.
Yeah.
Which is, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of Jackson just brought up the effects scene. Tanner, I looked into it. Yeah, the effects are fake. What are you talking about?
Listen, man.
The author said that they're not real.
The author did?
Yes, the author stated they're not real.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying it because I watched a recent one of the Death Battle episodes, and they have the little blurb up in the top of the thing where it says, actually, these effects are happening. So I guess I assume they did their research and trusted them, so...
Here's the thing, too, is that in this movie, in fact...
There's, like, parts in this movie where we see them, like, very clearly launch projectiles with their swords, though.
Dude, that's just like, really fast-moving air or some shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I try not to view it from that lens.
I don't think there's a satisfying answer to this question, to be honest.
All I was gonna say is literally in this movie, they say, oh, blood demon arts is invisible to humans anyway. So that means all the demon art blood shit that they're showing us, our characters can't see. So it's kind of intuitive to think they can't see the sword breathing techniques either.
So. I want to see like an actual like Demon Slayer fight scene, but it's like those it's like the sitcom, but they take out the laugh track. I want to see it, but it's like Demon Slayer, but without the effects.
I was thinking about that this movie. It's such a weird thing to like animate the effects and then say like, oh, this isn't actually happening in the show. Like I get it, it's for our appeal, but like, what's the purpose of saying it's not real?
It's an artistic representation.
I know, but like, what's the point, man? It looks
fucking cool, so who gives a shit, man? It looks fucking sick. Yeah. Who gives a fuck if it's fake?
Why does it matter if why does it matter if it's fake? Why can't we just say it's happening? Why the hell does that matter? I get it's an artistic
realism
touch,
or some shit.
Anyway, we're getting a little in the weeds now. I think we should wrap this up.
This entire review has been in the weeds.
Yeah, we're talking about... Anyway.
One really minor nitpick I have with this movie. Incredibly minor nitpick. So I think it was... I can't remember exactly when it happens in the Akaza fight, but it's Giyu fighting Akaza in like a 1v1. And I can't remember if this is like before or after he got his head cut off. But at some point, like at the climax of the fight, it just swapped between like fucking static PNGs that they're going like ah, and I just thought that was hilarious. Where like the rest of the fight was like this really high budget, like high octane action, and then it just cuts to fucking like PNGs of them screaming, and I just thought that was hilarious.
I missed that part. I'm sticking with my S.
I'm gonna stick with my S as well.
I think I'm probably gonna go of the lower of my two ranks and say a B+. I just don't know if I can justify giving this an A-, because I really just truly was not into this movie at all until we got to Akaza, and I don't know if it redeems it enough for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm also going to be sticking with my B+.
Two wolves!
Yeah, it still lands at a very respectable A+ overall, though.
Wow, I'm surprised it's that high.
Me too. Math doesn't math.
We're gonna trust the bot. We're gonna trust the calculation. That'd be really funny if this entire time there was like a bug in my code that was actually fucking up the calculations for the average.
Misranking the movies.
That'd be so funny. Dude, alas, we'll never know. And speaking of not knowing, we've got Nico's pick this week, which was our last movie, the 2011 film Horrible Bosses.
Alright, so Horrible Bosses. Yeah, this is a film about 3 guys who have just the worst bosses, and they're so bad they decide, you know what, we're just gonna kill them. So they plot to kill them, and they don't do that. Instead, one of them kills the other one, and he goes to jail, and the other one, he's able to outmaneuver his terrible boss. The end.
Nice.
Fun fact, the cocaine in the movie was actually powdered lactose. And Colin Farrell decided that in order to stay in character, he would actually snort it between scenes. What a fucking weirdo.
That's a fun fact. Dylan, where are you putting this one?
I think this movie was fine. It was your run-of-the-mill comedy. I gave it a B+.
That's quite high. I'm giving it a C+.
I don't know, man.
Dude, it happened again. I loved all the movies this week. I'm in between an A and an A-.
Let's go.
I'm like around a C and a C-.
This all checks out. This is about what I'd expect. I don't even think...
What the fuck is going on this week?
Well, here's the thing, though, too, is like, at this point, with this movie, I don't think it really fucking matters. We've already come to the conclusion that fucking comedies work differently on all of us. So, like, I mean, I thought the movie was fine.
Hold on. Let me get mine out of the way. I've got a real easy one for you. I didn't think it was funny. All right, go on, Dylan.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fucking comedy. It's 3 guys. They're trying to kill their bosses. I think it was acted fairly well. I don't know if I was laughing out loud to a lot of the things going on, but I thought it was entertaining enough to watch. I did really think the part with Jennifer Aniston being a fucking sexually, driven psycho bitch was kind of funny, and that the other guys were like, man, it just really doesn't sound like you have a terrible boss. And I really felt for that guy. I felt like I was that guy, and if I had told you guys I had a boss like that and I was dating somebody, you guys would be like, oh man, that doesn't sound like you have a terrible boss at all. So I really connected with that guy. That was very funny.
Are you like projecting a hypothetical situation on us being the bad guys to relate to this dude as?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I thought the way that this movie played out was kind of silly. I don't really think it did anything terrible, but I don't think it did anything great, and that's kind of just B+ for me. I'm not super set on this ranking. B+ just felt right, you know?
Yeah, the biggest issue I have with this movie is that it's trying to be funny, but I don't think I really found anything funny at all. There were certainly moments that I thought were, like, interesting in concept. Like, I think the idea of the guy immediately reviving the dude they're trying to kill was funny, but then I think they overdo it by him just fucking stabbing him over again.
He was high on cocaine, man. It's fine.
I know, regardless. But there's a lot of moments where, like, they have, like, kind of an interesting thing going on, and then they squander it immediately after with some, like, dumb lowbrow bullshit. And then the ending is just so fucking cheesy. Oh yeah, I'm the Indian guy in your fucking car, and I caught it on recording. This day's saved, and then we all can go home. Fuck you. It was just like really whatever for me.
That's fair enough, man. I can't even be mad about what people think are good or bad about this movie. I'm kind of just indifferent to it in general.
I guess since I'm the person who actually likes it, yeah, I just found it consistently funny. It really struck me, and to be clear, I'm not saying it's as good as either of these movies, but it really struck me as like an Office Space meets Superbad. And that's kind of all my thought. It was consistently funny for me. I was having a good chortle and whatever. I liked it. I thought the performances were fine. I think Kevin Spacey is really funny in this, to be honest, you know. And I will say, I can't remember if I mentioned this when I said my rank. I am leaning towards the A-. So.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin Spacey was solid. I like Charlie Day's performance in this as well. He was pretty good. I have a big problem with, like, rated R comedies specifically, in that, you know, I'd certainly prefer it if, you know, for a comedy, they can just kind of let loose and do whatever they want. But as a result, they kind of just always end up going back to the same well of the same jokes the entire time. They're just swearing up a storm. They're constantly making sex jokes. And that's about all they kind of do for the most part. And it just kind of gets grating for like an hour and a half if that's all you're sitting through.
Fair enough.
They simply lack restraint. You know, sometimes they can be a good thing. You know, you have to be a bit more creative with what you're doing there. But yeah, largely I just didn't really find this film very funny.
That is just the TLDR of this entire... Whenever we watch a comedy, it's did anybody find it funny? And that's kind of what it breaks down to. Jamie Foxx's inclusion in this movie is rather silly, and just for him to turn out to be some kind of movie pirate or is, you know, whatever, I don't know.
Well, guys, do we have any other thoughts on Horrible Bosses?
No, I don't think I do.
No, I don't think this movie stands out anyway.
It feels like we didn't fucking say anything about this movie, but maybe that's because the last one we just reviewed was like a 40-minute long diatribe.
Yeah, the last one wiped us out. And also let you know, it's a raunchy comedy thing.
Yeah, like, what's there to say about this movie? There's 3 guys, they have bad bosses, they try to kill them, funny things happen. I don't know.
Frankly, I think their bosses are horrible. I'll go with the lower of my 2 at an A-.
I'll drop mine. I'll just give it a B. That sounds about more right. I don't think it's as funny as Head of State. Tanner's bewildered by that comment.
You know, I'll actually lower it. I'll go with a C.
Damn it. That's fair enough. Jackson, lower it.
Hold on, I'm like looking at my C- and my C movies. This definitely is feeling more like a C- movie for me, so I'm saying C-.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking go for it, man. The world is your oyster.
Not very good, and it lands at a B- overall.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yay, guys, yay!
Yippee!
Good job.
Pick some damn movies, you
can't make me! Jackson, you pick first. I always pick first.
What? I feel like I always pick first.
Yeah, I feel like Jackson always picks first.
Is that true? I feel like you guys always ask me to pick first.
This is Dylan's victim complex getting him.
God damn it. Okay.
As per usual.
Whatever, man. Blow me. The random number generator has spoken. We're getting a sequel pick, Tanner. You'll be happy to hear that.
Shit.
It landed on Monty Python, Life of Brian. I don't know if this is a sequel per se, but it's another Monty Python film nonetheless. We liked the last one. I'm excited for this one, maybe. I have no context of what this is. It's not memed as much as the other one.
Alrighty, are we thinking 2017? Or are we thinking 1978?
We've had our fair string of newer movies,
God.
so I'm going to say 1978. I want old
I'm
movies.
also going 1978, and I think... Wait, no, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go with 1978.
Get fucked,
Epic.
Nico.
Okay.
We're watching The Deer Hunter.
Oh, I've heard that name. Why do I recognize that, though?
I was really hoping it was going to be Godfather. I don't remember what year Godfather came out.
Oh my. What was the other movie?
He's not going to tell us.
Velocipaster.
Wait, you say
what?
Velocipaster was the other movie option.
Oh,
you
okay,
guys
so that was
had.
the bad movie. Nice.
And speaking of maybe bad movies, I don't know. We've got the Patreon pick this week, which was the 2007 film Eastern Promises, as requested by Slayed by Jay. Thank you for the request.
Wow.
Fascinating. I know nothing about it. And if you too would like to request a film that we know nothing about, then Tanner's going to tell everybody how you can do that.
That's right, everyone. If you head on over to guapish.com/Patreon or patreon.com/Guapish, you can subscribe to us for only $1 a month, and in return, we give unto you early access to every episode, exclusive access to our pre-Guap show, access to our Discord server, where you can talk to us, request topics, request movies, just like Slate by Jay did, and you get 500 slime coin, and finally... you get your name read out at the end of every single episode, just like I'm gonna do right now. Thank you very much to Irish Wristwatch, The Real Apocalypto was the friends we maimed along the way, Slayed by Jay, Blake, Netagant, Lavaskin, Top Ramen Man, Help I'm Being Haunted by Biracial Toe-Sucking High Schoolers, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards. Thank you all very much.
That's right, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.